Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Facecam on a Monday. For just some reason, playing Detroit, I struggled. In my head, I'm like, I must have a Facecam for it. I don't know why. It's not, really some of the scary Monday games I play should have Facecams more than this. But yeah, we're back to doing just whatever I feel like. Yo, you're on lunch break. Hello, Saberni. We're back to doing just whatever I feel like. Heck yeah. Hi. Great to see you. So unexpected on a Monday. Yeah, anyone who was here last Monday will recall Saberni from our Left 4 Dead shenanigans. But we're back to Detroit today. Again, I don't know how regular this will be. I'm just on such a kick, and yeah, not for long, but yeah. When you're on break until you're not. But yeah, the idea that I've just been, that's what I've been doing. That's my spare time gaming, has been 100%ing Detroit. And so, while I continue to not have a huge amount of gaming time, I'm going to use my Monday stream to do that. Though I'm getting awfully close. But I was also like, I have to finish 100%ing. If I'm in the middle of 100%ing Captured, then we're not going to stream it because that's not fun for anybody. But I finished it. So we're gonna, I haven't actually decided, I don't know where I'm at in my 100%ing journey right now. So we're gonna kind of go through what I have done, off stream in the meantime, kind of talk through some of the different runs you can do of the whole game. Cause you don't have to play the whole game a billion times to get every chapter, but some chapters you have to play a lot. So you can just repeat certain chapters, but also you have to play the whole game over again to get certain, I think you have to do an almost full playthrough of Markus's storyline 4 times. Now I say almost 4 full playthroughs. It's not quite almost. You have to start from at least the painter, which is Markus's second chapter, at least 4 times, because there is the second last chapter has a cross chapter effect from the painter. Actually 3 times from the painter, and then 1 time you have to do a full replay from what's it called? What's the name of his sad chapter? I mean, he has multiple sad chapters. Broken. For some reason, in my head, Broken was From the Dead. From the Dead is the next chapter there. I thought Broken, and then I was like, no, that's the one where he's broken. But no, From the Dead is the one where he's actually, because he's coming back from being broken. Yeah, so you have to do at least one. You have to do at least 3 that are from the painter to the end, and then 1 more from at least Broken. So maybe let's just jump over. Sorry, look what I've done. Look what I've done to my ponytail hair. I can't help myself. I pull hair out of my ponytail whenever I have one, and then I play with it. Let's put it back. Let's see if we can put it, well, it's still there a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. When I'm looking at the screen, you won't see it, so it's fine. Well, we'll jump over to the screen, which will definitely turn on any second now. There we go. And kind of go through everything. Yeah. So there's kind of 3 major playthroughs in terms of the vibe, the overall arc for the characters that you can do for Connor and Markus, and then 2 for Kara. So those are for Markus. They are obviously pacifist Markus, revolution Markus, and then bad leader Markus. Which I'll get into. in a second, because that's what I just finished doing. Then we have, for Connor, we have Machine Connor, we have Deviant Connor, and then we have what we like, Saberni and I like to call Clumsy Connor, which is the not playthrough that is required for 100%ing, though it can definitely contribute to your 100%ing, because it is a playthrough. Clumsy Connor is a playthrough where you try to get a specific achievement known as the I'll be back achievement. Because Connor is the only character who can die multiple times, because while he's a machine, he gets his memories get uploaded. CyberLife uploads the memory. It's not till he's deviant that he starts being permanent dead. So he. So for I'll be back, there's up until Crossroads. You have to die at every opportunity he has to die up until Crossroads. And we were kind of talking about it because we're like, he can also die in Night of the Soul and he can also die in Battle for Detroit, but it's impossible, I think. Yeah, it's impossible to... Night of the Soul is when things get tricky. When he has the choice to become deviant is when things get because he can't. You can only die in Night of the Soul if you're a deviant, and for you to be a deviant in Night of the Soul, you have to survive Crossroads. So that I think is why Crossroads is the cutoff point for, because that's the only, for you to, you couldn't possibly literally die at every possible like moment until, yeah, because it includes, because like, okay, maybe there's a playthrough where you died at every opportunity that came up for you, but it doesn't count if you missed chapters. So like if Kara died early and you don't get on the run, then you don't get the I'll be back achievement because you didn't get the opportunity to die and on the run. Same with if you didn't find Carlos Ortiz's android, you don't get the opportunity to die in the interview. So like you do have to hit. You have to die at every point that he can die, which means you have to get all the chapters where he can die. Yeah. What did I say? I thought I said interview. Did I not say interview? What did I say? Oh no, I said it's Interrogation is the name of it. That's why you're laughing at me, because I was nicer to what it was. I gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. Over the interrogation. Ooh, it's got a V. That's how you know it's serious. Yeah. So some of these, just an interview. Hey, I think it's like in my brain because I was like, that's what, when the person's just like a person of interest and not a suspect yet, it's an interview. And my confession where I'm writing fanfic is like, my confession is that, you know, there's been some interviews that aren't interrogations, so maybe that's where my brain is at. Anyway, I'm gonna just go through and figure out what we're gonna work backwards again, but I've 100%ed Hostage. Hostage is, because it's the first chapter, is very easy to just 100%. I think the last time I was 100%ing Detroit, I did the Hostage last because it's a fun chapter to 100%, and it has very little cross-chapter impact, so you can kind of just play Hostage once, and then when you're doing your full replays, start later than the Hostage. And then you can save Hostage for last. But my recommendation for, if you're doing that, if you're 100%ing Hostage last instead of first, and actually even if you're doing it first, my recommendation is to get an ending where Connor dies as your locked in ending, so that you don't have to go back to the Hostage once you've already 100%ed it and replay it for your I'll be back playthrough. So yeah, so it's 100%ed. We have all the endings of failure, death. Yeah, there's all kinds of things. This fail to build trust. I have to look up a guide every time. I struggle so much. It's like you have to start out mean and then go nice. I think it's like you have to be harsh and blunt early on, and then once you've worked through all those, you can start to be more like nice and trust. Because it's like you either what happens to me is you either just like aren't, you get the what is it? It's like I feel like you keep getting other endings if you fail to build trust a different way instead of building trust. But it's also most of these endings, I don't know. Okay, this I guess is the only build trust ending. You fail to build trust to get here, but you can see being honest with the deviant gets you here. Right? Okay, there it is. Fail to negotiate. I was like, that's what I feel like. I end up getting fail to negotiate when I'm trying to get fail to build trust, because the difference between them is small. I don't know. It feels very, tricky. Yeah. But yeah. So that one's done. Opening is just like the opening credits. Basically, there's a little car scene at the beginning, and I guess the opening credits are technically also a car scene because she's driving in a car looking at Detroit. But there's there's no choices or anything in there, so it doesn't even have a flowchart. Shades of color you can 100% in one go, so I've had this 100%ed since the beginning because the only separate nodes are just different things that you can see along the way. So that's been done for ages. That's why being able to start later is good, because you can 100% this in one go, and then you don't have to replay it a million times if you're able to start a little later. Kara needs a playthrough that starts from a new home at least twice. You can 100%, which I have, 100% a new home in one go, because a lot of the variations here are just conversations with Alice and various things that you can clean and stuff, but you can also just like beeline, which you can see that's what I've done. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about, okay, so the two big playthroughs you can do as Kara is Good Mom Kara and Distant Alice. To 100% this chapter makes it impossible to do a Distant Alice run. You get too much approval from Alice in this chapter if you like talk to her, which you have to do in order to 100% it. So you have to do a run to 100% it, and then you have to do a run where you just, as you can see here, streamline. So I cleaned as little as possible so that I didn't accidentally trigger any Alice scenes. Just didn't talk to Alice at any opportunity. Don't look at her book. Don't look at her Alice in Wonderland book, because I think she likes that. And then when you talk to her, you like ask her about her mom, and you're like, there's a few options where you can talk to her that either get disapproval or just are neutral. Because it's very Distant Alice is the hardest run to do because Alice loves you all the time. So it's really hard to get her distant. And I'll once we get to where Distant Alice comes into play, I will talk to what that playthrough is. Then the painter is the one I talked about. Yes, I've 100% of the painter already. The cross-chapter impact is whether or not you played chess, read a book, or played piano. And I have played chess and read the book and played piano. However, my play piano, I need to do play piano again because I made a different thing happened later that made it so that my play piano couldn't have the cross-chapter impact. So that's why you have to do it 4 times, is because one of these will not have the cross-chapter impact because of a future decision. Yeah, so this one takes a couple times to replay in general just because of those choices. But some of these, I don't remember. It's been so long. Some of these, certainly these choices here, unlock automatically from just choosing one of them. So you don't have to paint. You don't have to play this chapter 4, 8, 12 times to get all of the different paintings. They unlock automatically once you do one painting in one category. So, hooray. Then we have, this is turning into a brief 100% guide. There's lots of really great guides online if you're looking to 100%. Yeah, yeah, this chapter requires a couple playthroughs for a couple little decisions early on, and then it's pretty easy to just find everything to get the find ending. To get the crime unsolved ending, you just have to just say all the wrong stuff when you're talking to Hank. You also, I recommend having Hank like you enough that when you ask for more time, he accepts, and then you can get that out of the way, and like get yourself right to the point where you're almost done investigating, then run out of time, have Hank accept you asking for more time, then do a run where you have all of the information, and then go back again and spill Hank's drink at the beginning of this chapter to get him hostile so that he refuses to give you more time so that you can unlock those. Because I think you have to do each of those. I can't remember exactly, but I don't think those unlock just by doing one. A few things unlock just by doing one choice. Anyway, that one's 100%ed too. I feel like a lot of my Connor chapters are 100%ed because I couldn't help myself. I just kept playing them even if it wasn't easy, or even if it wasn't efficient. Stormy Night is a real pain in the ass to 100% because every single place that Kara can die in this chapter, this is the first chapter where Kara can die, every single place in this chapter where she can die, like location, is a different ending. Instead of just having the nodes all go to one Todd broke Kara ending, we have Todd broke Kara outside. We have Kara shot. Okay, having the gun ending being a different ending makes sense. But Todd broke Kara in the corridor. Todd broke Kara outside, but a different outside, so it's a different ending. Todd broke Kara downstairs. Yeah, and then a few different Kara and Alice survived endings. I think the one that infuriates me the most, because it's like, okay, there's different ways to do it that you can unlock here. There's different, there's different stuff for, the fact that Kara being in Todd's way, upstairs and downstairs being separate nodes is crazy. Yeah, this is like, David, why are you making me kill Kara so many horrible ways in one chapter in order to 100% this chapter? Failing to come deviant, that makes sense as its own thing, because that seems like a big enough difference. Yeah, there's things that are fine, but where was the one that drove me absolutely bonkers? Because there's a point where if you do the chase with Todd, where you have a choice to run to the front door or the back door. And if you run to the front door, that's the quickest way to get away from him, but you have to do 3 very quick time events to unlock the door in time, because Todd is right behind you. So it's so hard to get this open the front door node unlocked. It's always the last, fail to open is always on, it's like, that's going to be my last thing I try. We're going to try and do it successfully first so that if I fail, I at least have other nodes to unlock and it's not a waste of a run, especially because failing to open the door does lead to a couple more decisions. That you can unlock with. So you can fail to open the door a few times and have it still not ruin your 100%ing. But what drives me nuts is okay, thank God I finally got open the front door. Oh, what's this? If you run to the front door from a different... if instead of fighting... I don't understand why these are two different, where you hiding in the corridor to escape versus running away after the fight to escape and trying the front door are two different nodes. Why did they not just, they're right there, why did they not just meet back up? So that I didn't have to do this a second time. Because look, they meet afterwards. They meet back up. If you fail, they meet back up at fight downstairs. Why have you done this to me? Anyway, I did it. I always 100% Stormy Night early on because it's one of the worst ones to 100%. Just like emotionally, like it's exciting because you're doing QuickTime events all the time, but then you're doing a bunch where you're failing, and it's really upsetting. And so it's like not a fun chapter to 100%. Broken, you have to do twice. This is the one where Carl can die in this chapter. And so this is why if Carl dies, the cross-chapter impact of the piano chess book in the previous chapter, you don't get that impact if Carl has died. So that is the fourth big playthrough that you have to do from at least Broken. Not much there. Oh, and I guess, yeah, choosing... you would run into the problem where you do the loopy one too fast on PS4. Yeah, it was, well, and I was, so I was 100%ing it on, so a lot of my 100%ing I was doing in the last week because I was out of town was on my Steam Deck. So I'd had to, that was very, scary because I am not good with the controller, and so and I didn't turn the difficulty down, so I was just like panicking all the time with the QuickTime events. But yes, I would agree with that. I still struggled with it, but PC definitely seems more forgiving with the loopy QuickTime events. Which helped. I just had to do it. The problem was I would like panic and start in the wrong direction or something. But after a couple tries, I did get it. So that actually did work out for me, that I didn't end up playing the same ending multiple times because I messed it up. So that was nice, at least. Interrogation is, I think, a really fun one to 100%. It has a few different endings. And is a little bit finicky, which I'm gonna do at some point a bunch of science. Thanks, Severny. Have fun at work. So the goal with this one is to get the android you're interviewing to a certain percentage, where he's just stressed enough to want to confess, but not so stressed that he destroys himself, so that you can get a confession. You can get a confession by stressing him out too much, but then he destroys himself and you don't get, there's like an extra piece of information that if he doesn't destroy himself that you get. And he can also kill Connor. So there's like various variations where he destroys himself, in a couple different ways, but also the version where he also shoots Connor. That is a specific percentage to get, or not specific percentage. I think I was going to do science with it. I think it's more related to whether or not you succeeded at the interrogation, whether or not he will shoot Connor as well as himself. But that's one I got to do more science on, because I thought I knew how the exact requirements to get each of these endings, and then was shocked to have Connor get shot. I was not aiming for that ending. I was aiming for the android shoots itself ending. And I mean, I hadn't gotten this one yet, so it was fine. But yeah, anyway, it's a fun chapter to redo because it's got some good performances. It's got some interesting content. Fugitives. Also, this one's a real slog to 100%, but I've done it, even though I still have to do it again at some point, but I just was on a roll, so I finished it. It's very cool. Fugitives is a very cool chapter for its branching endings, and the fact that those endings all have cross-chapter impact is very cool, but it's a real slog to 100% because there's a lot of, like, you have to steal a toy and a chocolate bar and give it to Alice in every single version of wherever you stay, because in this chapter you can stay in 3 different places in this chapter, and each one is a different ending, and each one has its own little mini flowchart within this flowchart. And yeah. And then there was a glitch for, I don't know if this glitch still exists. There was a glitch for a while where with the car ending, if you gave the toy and gave the chocolate on separate playthroughs, one would cancel out the other. Like it would get rid of the node that you'd already filled, which was very frustrating. I don't know if that's ever been a problem on PC. I remember that being a problem on PS4. But if you have the gun, if you shot Todd, which I have a cross-chapter impact for Todd being alive that I still have to do for Kara, because I've my 2 playthroughs so far, I've killed Todd. Or 3 playthroughs so far, I've killed Todd because but also because you can do a lot with the gun that you killed Todd with in this chapter, specifically in the store. And there's a bunch of different ways that robbing the store with the gun can go. But if you have the gun, don't rob the store, steal the chocolate bar and the toy. The clerk will be like, hey, don't steal. If you steal more than one thing, the clerk noticed. But if you have the gun, you can draw the gun. You can still steal the money if you want to do motel ending. And then with the gun, you have both the toy and the chocolate, and you can give both. I think in all the endings, but for sure in the car ending, you can give the toy and the candy bar to Alice in one playthrough instead of having to do a separate playthrough for both twice. Now, it's not the worst if you have to do it twice because you have to make or not make the promise, so you have to do each ending twice anyway. And then the squat has a few different things that can happen, so you for sure have to do it twice as well. Kind of. I guess you can give up is the second ending, so it's a lot shorter. Yeah. So that's Fugitives. it's a real pain, but it's I like it. From the Dead, I think you only require 2 playthroughs to do it, and I don't know why. It's purely for refusing to kill or agreeing to kill one of these. I think it's the android who begs to die. For whatever reason, you have to do both. The android whose pump regulator you can take, for whatever reason, it unlocks, doing one of these unlocks both. So I've never actually had to kill her for her pump, which is nice because it's sad to do that. But this one you do have to do twice. Yeah, I don't know why that is. Anyway, that one's pretty simple and straightforward. You just gotta put yourself back together. Waiting for Hank has some cross-chapter impact. This beginning part here, you can find the magic stone every time. Checking the graves is only available if you, as Connor, have died in previous chapters. So you can get this even if you've only died once before. You can check the graves each time. But an I'll Be Back playthrough will get that for you very easily. Yes. Okay, so you can see these are from my I'll Be Back playthrough. So this is what I've been doing right now, is what you're seeing filled out is my Distant Kara playthrough. Oh, which I did Distant Kara with the squat. If you're doing Distant Kara, it is much easier you get a good big down from Alice by going in the car. If you do anything other than the car, you kind of have to be perfect and never make Alice like you more than she will as a default. So that's yeah. So I think it worked out pretty well. Because I did the squat and I had the gun with me, which is why I had to kill Todd, is to keep Alice distant in the squat. Having the gun with you is quite helpful because you can... No, the gun is for Fugitives, pre-squat, because she hates... If you steal the toys and then threaten... you can get 2 down votes from stealing if you have the gun, but you can also get 0 down votes from stealing. So if you threaten the cashier or the clerk right off the bat with the gun and rob him that way, Alice is outside for that. You can get away with it with her. She can, it's possible for her to not know that you stole, because she always disapproves of you stealing. So steal clothes, or at least try to steal clothes, because she'll disapprove regardless of whether or not you're successful. But she will disapprove twice for stealing with the gun if the reason you stole with the gun is because he caught you shoplifting. Because Alice will still be there, so she will know that you've stolen, and she doesn't like that you threaten with the gun. So you get you get her seeing you threaten with a gun, which gets a downvote, and then you get the scene again where she's like, we shouldn't have stolen outside of the store, which is what you get if you rob the store by using Alice as a distraction instead of with the gun. Yeah, anyway, these 2 endings, You have to do this. This has ending you can only get with cross-chapter impact. Kara has to be dead already for you to get this ending, because the lead that they got for this ending is Kara. Which on the run only happens if Kara is alive. This is the one, so you can see I have the whole car version. So this has 3 different starting points depending on where you stayed at the end of Fugitives. I have this whole car thing to do. There's a bunch of stuff you can do in each chapter here. So this one takes quite a bit of replaying, because also there's a bunch of different ways and different places you can die. I have to have Kara and Alice die before getting to the halfway point of the highway. And that's the big thing I have to do there. So I will do that. I will do that with my car version of things. But that's all that's left there. We won't be doing that today, I don't think. Jericho is easy. Jericho, you can almost 100% in one go. Oh, no, cancel. You can almost do it in one go. The only difference is the magazines that you can find change depending on how on the run went. So you have to do a second playthrough of this just based on cross-chapter impact. But otherwise, you can get everything in one go. The Nest is another fun one. I've not done this one yet. What do I have left to do? I think Abandon Hank, because I haven't done my Machine Connor run yet. So the big one I have here is not saving Hank and getting that ending. But as you can see, I'm on my I'll Be Back run, so we died in this chapter. But yeah, there's a few different ways it can end. This one, I love this chapter purely because the chase scene at the end is so fun. Unfortunately, dying in it is the least fun version, but it's still fun regardless. And it has a fun little, it's just got good Connor, Hank banter as per usual. This also has cross-chapter impact up here. Connor has to have died on the run for you to get this version of the first scene of this chapter. And if you've died previously, you definitely have to do it again to talk to Hank, because he doesn't want to talk to you if you died. So that's what all this non-filled out stuff is. Time to Decide you can do in one sitting, because you just talk to everyone. I was doing, this is my bad leader Markus run, so I was speed running everything. Zlatko is fun. I'm very close. I've done all of the Explorer memory. This one has a bunch of the Squat has cross-chapter impact here. So you, like, some of this stuff you can only find if you did the Squat in Fugitives and on the run. There's a bunch of run out of time versions of things. There's all kinds of stuff. I have a few endings here, a few dying endings here that I need to do, but I also have to, this one's annoying. Bathroom Android Alert Zlatko. There's 2 different versions of the Bathroom Android. You can kill and spare him when you find him earlier in the game, right here. But if you haven't killed him by the time you're sneaking away from Zlatko and you have Alice back, then you can do so here. The spare is a weird, janky thing where, because it's not a choice, you have to fail the prompt to kill him. You have to start the prompt to kill him, fail it right away with the first version of the prompt, and then you have to fail to open the door. You can open the door after you failed, but fail the prompt to open the door after. For whatever reason, you have to do that as well. You have to fail the door in order to get spare here. This is a hugely difficult one for me. I don't know why. I just struggle so much successfully sneaking through the storage room. So that's what this is. That's what I haven't done yet. I always fail. And then I have to do a couple deaths. Yeah, but that's basically all I got left there. To get Luther to kill Zlatko, you just have to not release the monsters in the basement. Monsters, quote unquote. The other androids. Russian Roulette, you can also 100% in one go, almost. There's a couple cross-chapter impacts that you can't. And then, yeah, I guess there's some talking. And I think the shirts are all unlocked with one decision, but I don't remember. Yeah, like you can find all of this stuff in one go. This is cross-chapter impact. If you don't know Hank's dog's name, you get Ryle Hank's dog. If you know Hank's dog's name, this one happens automatically depending on what you know coming into the chapter. Waiting for Hank is where you can learn his dog's name. If you just ask him about his dog. If you find the dog hair on his chair and just ask him about his dog. This section, you can get all of this in one go. You gotta be fast because it's a timed section. It's secretly a timed section. And also finding the gun and the picture of Hank's son. I think those also trigger the ending of the scene anyway. So do those last, but also the most important one is Hank's son picture. That has cross-chapter impact. I mean, they both do, but this one has really important cross-chapter impact. And also worth noting that if you spend the time actually reading these magazines, that counts towards your time. So they unlock in the menu after you found them. So maybe read them later. But yeah, you can get all of those in one go if you're very fast. Spare parts takes a couple playthroughs. Most of it, you only 2 up here, but most of it you can start from midway through the chapter and re-get. All of these you have to get. There's a bunch of different decisions here. There's a bunch of different ending decisions here. I still have to do my Revolution violent Markus ending, so I gotta kill some people. Though you have to fail the fight at a very specific moment to kill them. So this is actually a mistake. I had meant to kill the guards this playthrough, and then I accidentally just incapacitated them or triggered alarm. One of these 2 I unlocked accidentally while trying to fail. So it must have been trigger the alarm because I didn't kill them. Yeah. Anyway, that one's decently fun to 100%. Eden Club is also fairly easy to 100%. It kind of only requires 3 playthroughs for the endings, and then there's just a couple decisions in here that you can get on those endings. I guess 4. You gotta do a mission failed and another mission failed, so 4 or 5 full playthroughs, but a bunch of them you can do starting from the warehouse. So yeah, so I'm doing my Machine Gunner playthrough. I still have to shoot the deviants. I've shot them one way, but I still need to shoot them a different way. So that'll be for my next full playthrough. Pirates Cove, you can 100% in one go, because it's just exploring, and I don't think there's any cross-chapter impact. But this is one with Distant Car that you got to be careful. There's 2 unavoidable approvals from Alice that you will get regardless. Don't kiss her on the head. That'll give you a 3rd. If you get out of Pirates Cove distant with Alice, you are in very good shape. If you get out of Pirates Cove not distant with Alice, it's not going to happen for you. You're not going to get the distant ending. Bridge. Love 100%ing Bridge. It's one of my favorite scenes in the whole game. I still have to do another. I'll do it in my machine one. This was a tricky one because for my I'll Be Back playthrough, we were trying to ride the line of a Connor who could still go deviant, but dies a lot, so that I could get, because we were going to get hostile Hank, and I was going to try and get it to the point where like Hank is on the edge of being hostile so that I can just use Meet Kamski to tip him over to either hostile or not. And then also get Connor to the point where he is still able to go deviant at the end so that I can get some hostile Hank deviant ending stuff, because there is a different ending for deviant Connor if Hank is hostile and therefore has died before Battle for Detroit, which is hard to do because Hank, the stuff that you do that makes it possible for you to go deviant makes Hank like you. So doing a run where you die a lot because he hates you dying is like, that was the best way to do it. I somehow fucked it up. I was not able to go deviant and had to go back a little farther to do stuff. I had to go back all the way to Public Enemy and traumatize Connor so that he would have enough deviance instability to go deviant while still having Hank. I had to find something, because the problem with jumping back to Meet Kamski is Hank approves too much of you not shooting Chloe. So I could have jumped back to there to make Connor unstable enough to go deviant, but then Hank liked me and that wasn't good enough. So It got me some other nodes doing that, but I had to go all the way back to Traumatize Connor and Public Enemy so that he was unstable enough to go deviant, but also you don't really get any approval from traumatizing Connor. So Hank was still hostile and it all worked out. But yeah, you need, this was a delicate dance where I was like, because I was trying to get Connor to not be, to be unstable, I didn't shoot the Tracys, which Hank loves that. So this was a dance of like, at one point during this chapter, he got tense, up to tense, and I was like, no, oh, I gotta say something to piss him off so that it goes back down to hostile, because Hank will only shoot Connor at the end if he is hostile. So that was fun. Stratford Tower, I am almost done. Yeah, I was like, I think I literally just have this. I have to hit a guy after failing to lock a door, and that's it. I think I've done all the endings. This one's a fun one. It's a bit of a big one to do, but you only have to play it through like 3 times, I think, to do all the distractions at the beginning. You can play it through 3 times, and then if you're more efficient than I was, then you could get these 2 in one of those playthroughs. But one of them, I think the playthrough you want to be going back to a bunch, because this back half of this chapter, you can start halfway through the chapter to 100%. So the save state you want for jumping back to halfway through the chapter is one where you didn't forget to lock the door, because if you forget to lock the door, there's a bunch of stuff you can't do later on. So do these 2 first and then end with this one if you're 100%ing in one sitting. Yeah, a couple different decisions here. All fun and games. The thing that you can't do is have the whole group escape together, including Simon, if you fail to lock the door. If you fail to lock the door, then SWAT team almost shows up and Simon will get injured. And if Simon gets injured, he can't escape with the group. The way to get Simon not injured is to lock the door in the first half. In the back half, you have to do the ruse when you meet the 2 station guard people. Do the ruse, don't fuck it up, successfully do the ruse. And then when the one dude, when you're actually in the broadcast studio and there's a dude fleeing and you have the choice to shoot him or not, you shoot him. And then that way nobody's alerted to your presence and you're able to have a nice chill time walking to the roof and congratulating each other on what a good job you did instead of deciding whether or not to kill Simon. Public Enemy, tons of cross-chapter impact here. It relies, a lot of the evidence you find relies on what evidence you left in Stratford Tower, because Public Enemy is that. Public Enemy, I also really love 100%ing this chapter. That's why I've already completed it, even though that wasn't super efficient of me. I should have saved some stuff for future full playthroughs, but yeah, as you can see, this is from when I went back to traumatize Connor, which also the screenshots here are wrong. This is the Hank and Connor survived unscathed ending in this picture, even though it's attached to Connor was traumatized. And this here is the Connor was traumatized ending, even though it's attached to Hank and Connor survived unscathed. Anyway, that's been a mistake since the very beginning, since PS4 update or release. Yeah, so there's like 2 different big endings. There's the roof endings, and then there's the Stratford deviant endings. And they're all great, and I love them all, and this scene is great. And that's why 100%ing it is so fun, because all of these endings are great. You do have to play it through a million times, but the good news is I find it quite enjoyable to do. Midnight Train requires a couple playthroughs. We've 100%ed it. You can get Luther killed in this chapter. There's also different ways to manage the police that require a couple playthroughs to unlock all of them. Otherwise, it's pretty simple, and you can start partway through. There's just like a couple choices, and only one of them is exclusive. So you only have to play the first part of it twice, and then the second part you can just start from here to get all the different endings. Again, we were doing distant car. You get an approval for getting out of Midnight Train unscathed. So that is if you need Luther alive, which you are going to need Luther alive for at least one of your distant car playthroughs. So there is an unavoidable approval from Alice there as well. But if you get through Midnight Train with Alice being distant, then you've done it. You can do your distant Alice endings. Capitol Park, is kind of fun 100%, but also is a bit of a slog because there are multiple points where you need to run the clock out, and those are always kind of just have a podcast to listen to while you're doing that. But otherwise, it's kind of fun to do because it's like how many of your spread your message things can you get in one go? It's another pretty straightforward one. Not a lot, possibly no cross-chapter impact for this from earlier anyway. However, you do need to end with having killed the policeman at least once and spared the policeman at least once, because the beginning of the next chapter, which is Meet Kamski, my very favorite chapter, this beginning depends on whether or not Chris, who was one of the cops, is alive. So that's where that cross-chapter impact is. However, you won't get this unlocked if Connor has died. So, and you need to get a death. Connor died is a different opening. So this has a lot of cross-chapter impact for the beginning. You have to have at least one where Connor didn't die, but Chris is alive, one where Connor didn't die, but Chris has died, and one where Connor died, Chris's fate is doesn't affect it. And then you have to go through the ending 4 times to ask about the 3 different things you can ask about if you shoot Chloe, and the version where you spare Chloe. Anyway, again, it's a pretty straightforward one to 100%, but I love it. Freedom March. I'm almost done Freedom March. I've almost 100%ed it. It's also pretty straightforward to 100%. I think the most complicated thing is the various ways. This is the first chapter where Markus can die, and for him to die, he either has to fail the attack ending and choose to shoot himself, or John has to not be there and Simon has to not be there, or Simon has to be hostile. So that's what I'm still missing. I'm missing a Simon dies for Markus ending, because Simon's already dead for me right now. Oops. So all the other versions of the ending, other than Markus, if Markus doesn't shoot himself, all the other versions of the endings where he can die will not happen if John is around, because John will always save him. John is from spare parts. So don't take John with you or get him killed in order to get the other endings here. Simon will also always save you if you're there. If he's, I think, anything above hostile. Maybe if he's not, maybe if he's close to hostile. I can't remember what the step up from hostile is, but but if he's, if Simon doesn't like you, he won't save you. But Simon will, unless you're doing a bad leader Markus run, which is what I was doing, Simon will like you. So it's easiest to just get Simon killed in either Stratford Tower or Public Enemy, and and that's how you can get Markus killed in other ways. This is another kind of rough one to 100%, because there's a lot of failure endings that are not fun to sit through. But you can start from the plaza, which is nice because there's a lot of slower moving stuff moving on. But the slower moving stuff is the nice part of the chapter. So I don't know, maybe you do want to do the whole thing every time. Last Chance Connor. Lots of cross-chapter impact here. This whole chapter relies on a bunch of different stuff. My most recent one, I knew where Jericho was. So if you killed Chloe and asked Kamski where Jericho is, then you have a very short chapter. Hey, RoboDudeTV, let's see some more Android musical revolutions. Hell yeah. I'm just going through the process of 100%ing it while I figure out what I want to do for my next 100%ing. We've had an impromptu guide to 100%ing Detroit Become Human flowcharts at the beginning of this stream as I try to figure out what to do next. Yeah, we're almost at the end. But yeah, thank you for the 44 months. Holy shit. That's so many months. That is too many, actually. I can't believe I've been streaming long enough for people to have a 44-month streak. But yeah, so a short version of the chapter is the one where you have Jericho's location already. Then there's a bunch of different ways this can go. Again, a bunch of cross-chapter impact. Talking to Hank depends on whether or not he's hostile. If he's hostile, then you don't talk to him because he quits. That's what this jump is, to going to other stuff. Or Hank leaves. Okay, Hank resigns and leaves. Yeah, there we go. That's that one. So you need to have some playthroughs where he's hostile so that you have to distract Perkins yourself. You have to have ones where he's your friend so that he'll distract Perkins for you. And you have to have ones where he isn't hostile but doesn't like you enough to help. So he just leaves, because that's its own little note over there. What else? You also have to do a playthrough where you don't have enough evidence and you just get decommissioned, which is tricky to do. But yeah, so to get no evidence, because I screwed this up in my speed run, because that's the quickest way to do this chapter, because also if you don't have enough evidence, you don't get the opening scene with Amanda either. So it's the quickest way to do this chapter. To have no evidence, you have to fail to find Carlos's android. Possibly getting him killed in the interrogation would work as well, but I think to be safe, just fail to get him. Then you have to save Hank in the nest or die. You have to not catch Rupert. So either choose to save Hank or die. In Public Enemy, you have to not get... The Public Enemy is the hardest one to get out without evidence, because if you find Simon or the Stratford deviant, then almost always you will have evidence. So anytime you find Simon, if Simon died in Stratford Tower, you will always have evidence. So he has to survive Stratford Tower and then survive Public Enemy. So you can't find him if he is still on the roof. Which the way to not find him is to go for the Stratford Tower deviant. The way to fail the Stratford Tower deviant is to either fail that interrogation and run out of time so that you don't find Simon on the roof, or have Simon not be there. Maybe he escaped in Stratford Tower, though that's tricky. In which case, failing to find the Stratford Tower deviant will end in you just leaving the crime scene without any evidence. But if you are trying to avoid Simon on the roof and you want to do things quickly, the quickest way to leave without evidence is to succeed at finding the Stratford Tower deviant, but then when he rips your heart out, just fail to get your heart back and you die, and the Stratford Tower deviant will walk out of there. Every other ending with the Stratford Tower deviant, once he rips your heart out, if you get your heart back in, you will always have him as evidence. So if you die there instead, and it's a nice little scene with Hank, so that's a bonus, you won't get him as evidence. And then let the Tracys go or just fail to find them. And then don't shoot Chloe, or if you do shoot Chloe, don't ask about Jericho. Ask about Virus or RA9 instead. And if you do all that, unless I'm missing something, you should come to this point without evidence. And then it's pretty easy to just, if you want to then in that same run 100% stuff with Connor having found Jericho, it's pretty easy to just jump back to meet Kamski and shoot Chloe and ask about Jericho, and then you can find it that way even though you don't have any evidence. So yeah, then there's like a run out of time option. Then there's a whole bunch of cross-chapter impact. I'm going to get a lot of this on my machine Connor run through because I haven't, these locked nodes here are getting evidence from the Tracys and Rupert, which I've never had them as evidence before. So that is why those are still locked up, but I have all the endings. Yeah, and run out the clock out again is another ending. This is kind of another fun one. It gets to be a bit of a slog when you do it a bunch of times in a row, but because it has so much cross-chapter impact, you can't do as many playthroughs in a row to get it, so that kind of helps with it not being a slog. Crossroads is my favorite chapter to 100% because I just think it's really fun and there's so many different ways for it to go, and as long as Connor found Jericho, this chapter is really fun. I guess it's kind of boring if he doesn't, because nothing happens. But otherwise, yeah. For deviant Connor to do stuff, Markus has to either be dead or have been ousted as a leader. He can also, though, jump in at any point in this whole flowchart here. This is such a big chapter to 100% because each character has their own flowchart for it. So all this stuff here that deviant Connor is doing is stuff that he does if Markus dies. And if Markus dies at any point before reaching the bomb that he's going to set off in Jericho, then Connor will take over for him. So we can jump in. This is the earliest he can jump in a playthrough where Markus starts the chapter as being alive and in charge. And then he has a little bit of stuff he can do at the end as well. But yeah, and then he has this whole top point here as if he stays a machine and all the stuff over there. So I have a few machine Connor things to work out there. I think I just got to die to the soldiers a couple times, which I'll do that in my machine Connor playthrough because we don't want to catch Markus anyway. Kara's is where finally distant Kara comes into play. So cross-chapter impact here, there's a different opening depending on if Luther died in Midnight Train or not. So you have to do her whole Crossroads chapter starting from the beginning at least twice to get Luther. But there's other stuff that Luther being here or not changes each ending. Like each ending node depends on whether or not Luther is here. So you have to do Kara stuff a lot of times with Luther alive and a lot of times with him dead. Yeah, because there's a bunch of stuff that Luther being alive impacts in this chapter. But what we have here is the stay distant ending. Staying distant with Kara only, or staying distant with Alice as Kara only matters if Alice is distant as well. So if Alice isn't distant, then staying distant with her doesn't matter. You will still meet up with her at the end of either the end of the chapter if Connor didn't find Jericho, but if the Jericho raid happens, then they meet up again to escape the Jericho raid. But if you manage to get to this chapter with great difficulty, with Alice being distant, then you can unlock these nodes where Kara can just leave. Kara, when the Jericho raid starts, she can just head out and abandon Alice and Luther to their fate, which is why you have to do distant Kara twice, because Alice leaving alone and Alice leaving with Luther are two different things. But then you have to do it twice to get just leaving, and that's the end of Kara's storyline. No more Kara. Or finding Alice. You got to do those two. And then if you find Alice, then you proceed as normal through the rest of the chapter. She has a bunch of different ways at the end here. A bunch of different ways that the chase at the end can go that is quite a lot to get through, but because you have to play this chapter a bunch of times to get everybody's flowcharts, it's not as much of a slog as you would think. It's actually kind of fun. But yeah, so I have 100%ed Kara's Crossroads, which is great. Very close to having Markus's. I have to do a version where if Markus is dead, there's a different opening, obviously. But I have to do a version where he is dead and Simon is also dead. So that we might do today. But yeah, for bad leader Markus, which is the playthrough I just did, but I did jump back to do good leader Markus stuff for reasons to get Connor to go deviant, because he doesn't get as much instability from talking to North. Markus is better at getting him to go deviant. Anyway, it's a whole other thing. To get the Markus ousted ending, you have to start this chapter being unpopular with Jericho, having the unpopular status. So there's lots of ways to make Jericho dislike you. This is kind of the equivalent of the distant Kara run, where you can just leave. Like once the Jericho raid starts, you can just choose to leave, or you can come back and be a hero. if there's no Jericho raid, you just leave. But yeah, to get Markus ousted, failing all the missions that you go on. You can't fail Stratford Tower, but pretty much everything else you can. Capitol Park, like, just get caught by the police immediately and run away. That's pretty easy to do. Before that, spare parts, also pretty easy to just run away as soon as the guards show up. But I think the most disapproval you get is if you trigger the alarm trying to steal the truck key, and then go back to save John, but then when you go back to save John, it fucks everything up. It's the only time I would say in this game where making the heroic choices actively makes things worse. Making heroic choices in this game will often make it harder to survive. Like, you'll have to do more QuickTime events and stuff in order to survive. But if you succeed at that, then, like, good job. Going back for John to save John in an ending where you've triggered the alarm in spare parts always results in you getting attacked and losing all of the stuff that you had stolen. So whoopsie. Anyway, so pretty easy at that point. Oh, and then just like run away in Freedom March as well. Yeah. Anyway, so this is the same flowchart that Deviant Connor has. It's just Markus gets priority. If he's around, he gets to do all the heroic stuff here. But you can see he can rejoin if he was ousted at that point. But yeah, he has a few different ways to die. Also, each of his buddies being alive is a node to unlock, so you have to do at least one playthrough where everybody's alive. That makes sense. That's an achievement as well. And then finally Connor... Wait, no, we did Connor already. Connor was... We talked about, same flowchart. So that's everybody for Crossroads. It's, again, the biggest chapter to 100%. I'm still working on it, but it is also my favorite chapter to 100%. It's a lot of fun. Night of the Soul is straightforward, but has a lot of cross-chapter impact. So where you start as Markus depends entirely on if Carl is alive. You're either visiting his grave or you're visiting him at his home. That's where the cross-chapter impact with the piano and books and chessboard comes into play, is you get to look at it. Whichever one you did, you look at and remember when things were better. So I still have to do piano for that cross-chapter impact because my piano playthrough, Carl was dead. Then you have to do that at least twice as well. Not just for all these, but if you get angry, Carl will die. So yeah, and then you have to do it for a bunch of different endings. So once you regroup on the church, you choose whether or not you protest or do the revolution at the end. So that's two different, but you also have to do that for the version of this story where you don't meet at the church if Connor doesn't find Jericho. You're just still in Jericho, so you get that scene instead. So I still have to do a version where he makes peace, which maybe I'll do that today as well, because that should be very quick. And then if Markus died, there's North has also both versions. We have North at the church if Jericho was destroyed, or North among the people if Connor never found Jericho. And then there's one other small, this is if Connor, a few cross-chapter impacts. This happens if Connor is a machine and died in Crossroads, this scene. This scene with Hostile Hank, if Hank is hostile, happens, where unfortunately that is where we lose Hank in a Hostile Hank run. This right here is he has to not confide about his son. I think I can only get that on a run. I think I'll have to get that on a Machine Connor run where I don't die ever, because I believe he only confides about his son if Connor has died. And then there is a version of the church scene where you play as Connor if Markus has died. So that's what that little flowchart is. So straightforward, but with a lot of cross-chapter impact. And then finally, Battle for Detroit, the final chapter. This is the one where I was like, if I haven't completed one of these flowcharts, then we can't play today. So we have 2 flowcharts for every character because every character has 2 versions of this chapter they can do. I would argue Kara kind of has 3. It's just 2 of those flowcharts are in the same flowchart. So this is Machine Connor's playthrough. So if you're not a deviant, either you couldn't go deviant in Crossroads, or you died in Crossroads, or you died in Night of the Soul and therefore are back as a machine in Battle for Detroit, this is that playthrough. So I done a bunch of the Hank stuff. If you're still friends with Hank, if he hasn't died, then Hank will confront you on the rooftop, and so I've done all those endings. But if Hank is dead, there's a bunch of endings where instead Captain Allen from the first chapter confronts you and you fight him. So I've done the successful fight there. I have to do fail to fight with him and then just run away and jump off a roof version of that, and that's all I have to do for that. Machine Connor has the least complicated flowchart. Next up, with second least complicated but much more complicated, is Deviant Connor. We are so close to 100%ing this. I think something glitched here because I had a androids woke up thing where, but Connor, like, I feel like I should have got, this is, I believe, Connor dies, but the androids wake up. I think that's what it is, and I've done that, but for some reason it unlocked this version of the androids woke up. So I don't know. Maybe I did something wrong, but I still have an ending to unlock there. But Hank has to die for all these endings, so they're sad, and I'm sad about it. But for Hank living endings, I have to get the ending where where Connor dies but Hank lives. I need to do the version. Yeah, I've done the version where we just run out of time and new Connor kills Connor and Hank is sad. But then there's the version where Hank kills our Connor by accident. So that's the version I need to do. I need to answer these questions wrong. And that's all I have to do there. So that's almost done. Kara leaving Detroit. She can fail to leave Detroit and end up in a different flowchart. So we've done all that. We have to do a version. This is another one. We're doing a version with and without Luther is important. Luther, you have to do a version where Luther is alive and also Connor didn't find Jericho because Luther does not make it out of Crossroads with you ever unless if the Jericho raid happens. So yeah. Anyway, so there's that. I'm 100% most things. This all over here, I need to do a playthrough where Todd is still alive because there's some Todd interactions. There's a bunch of ways to die at various points in this chapter. I have a couple more river ending things to do, but mostly what I have left to do is all of the Canadian border endings. So that's... I don't think we'll be doing any Battle for Detroit for because I have to set some stuff up. Well, I guess I could do some border endings. Then this is what I wanted to do 100% off stream because this is my absolute least favorite flowchart to complete is the Kara Captured because it's just rough. It's just a very grim chapter. It's upsetting at every turn, so it's not fun at all to 100%. But I did it. I got through it. There's so many different ways to die or live. They all depend on whether or not Luther escapes with you. They depend on, there's a lot of cross-chapter impact because like Ralph and the scarred androids from Zlatko can or can't be here depending on previous choices. Whether or not Markus is doing a revolution, a successful revolution, also impacts this flowchart. It's just got a ton of cross-chapter impact and therefore requires a lot of playthroughs and unfortunately is rough. But I have it done now, so I don't have to worry about it. I can have fun doing the rest of them. I just have some revolution stuff. That's right. I've 100%ed Markus demonstration. It's pretty straightforward to 100%. It's just failing some fights and making some decisions and succeeding some fights and making some decisions. Its only cross-chapter impact is if you're 100%ing this chapter, just have it be in a playthrough where public support is high because otherwise there's some endings that you can't get. For Markus Revolution, there's the North version. I have a couple to do. I need Connor to be a machine for a couple of North's endings, so I need to get Markus killed earlier and Connor be a machine and have some conflict with North. And then I have over here is all Simon stuff. Simon needs to be alive for the Revolution to get those. Simon needs to be alive to get a Revolution to get those. This is more ending stuff where North... I don't remember exactly how to get this. This is like North needs to be alive and maybe Connor has to be a machine. And then I have to do some Connor machine Markus fights. I've done them in the version where I control Markus, but not where we control Connor. So, yeah. So that's everything I've done. So, you know, it's only been an hour of going through everything that I've done. So we're very close, really. But I have at least another full playthrough to do to get Machine Connor and Revolution Markus stuff and some Kara stuff. So I have to really think through what I'm doing now, because I need God, what do I need? I need right, I need a Night of the Soul thing. I need Markus among the people choosing the protest. Okay, so I need to have Connor not find... That's easy enough. But is there anything with Connor I want before that? It's like, I feel like I'll wait to do rooftop stuff until I'm doing my Machine Connor run. So I think... And I need Hank alive to do Battle for Detroit stuff. So I think I don't need... What do I need from Connor? Anything from Connor for... Again, I think Machine Connor stuff for my Machine Connor playthrough for Crossroads. So I don't think I need any Crossroads. It's really, do I need any Connor stuff for Night of the Soul? Then also for Crossroads, I need Simon... I need Markus dead. So... I could start from Freedom March and kill Markus. And then, yeah. And then fail Last Chance Connor, and then I will have North here. So do I need anything with Markus before I do that? Yeah, Kara's fine. Yeah, that's all I need. Okay, so I don't think I do need anything with Markus at this point. I think we can kill Markus and fail. And we'll just have Kara get caught right away to make things quick. Okay, because Kara's 100%ed. Okay. All right, this means once again, just like last time, we're starting with a very sad Freedom March ending. So... just, you know, feel free to take a bathroom break here. I'll do the quickest version, which is, I think, the sacrifice ending, because we don't have Simon or John. So the sacrifice ending should work. I'm pretty sure I don't have John. Yeah, I don't have John. There. I was like, I'll run an ad while there's a loading screen. And then it's mostly sad stuff.
Come back here! Listen to me.
Yeah, once again, for anyone just joining, because we're doing 100%ing stuff, if you've never seen this game before, this is going to be a really confusing way to experience it, and a very haphazard way to experience it. I recommend either playing it or finding another playthrough to watch instead, including it's the first game I streamed, so my full playthrough is over on YouTube, which is also QuiteContraryTV. All nicely in the playlist for anyone who wants to see it. My goal with my first playthrough on stream was to get like the best ending for everybody. No, this is the best drop-in point. Just like a couple chapters from the end. Again, I think
we came here to demonstrate peacefully and tell humans
the stuff
that we
I have
are
left
living
100%
beings.
for this chapter. I can't
All
do
we
while
want
Simon is dead,
to live
so
free.
we're just trying to get to the ending quickest and set ourselves up for other 100% stuff. So,
We're not looking for
so Markus
confrontation.
is going to die.
We've done no harm. We have no intention of doing any. But know that we are not going anywhere until we have secured our freedom.
Because I got a bunch of North stuff when Markus got kicked out as a bad leader, but you don't get the opening Crossroads chapter stuff when Markus is a bad leader, because he's still there at the beginning of Crossroads.
We have to attack. There's more of us. We can take them.
If we attack, we'll start a war. We have to show them we're not violent. We should just stand our ground, even if it means dying.
The fight also... Did I do it last time on stream? The fight here, if you choose the attack ending, it's so long. It's a long fight. Okay.
We have to show them we won't back down.
Just gonna drink some
We
coffee.
stay right here.
Also, because this is this is from my my playthrough. Oh, see, we're respected because I went back and did Capital Park properly. But you can see we only got Simon in neutral. That's huge. Simon loves you most of the time. Hostile Simon is the worst because you're like, wow, Simon's only character trait is that he loves Markus. So for him to be hostile is real sad. And then Josh is hostile. North only just got to neutral because Capital Park went well. But in the version of events where you are unpopular with Jericho, this is such a bummer of a run where it's like unpopular, hostile, 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 and also dead.
Your last chance! We have to make a statement. We have to stay
I
put
think for
no
the
matter
speed
what.
run, I have to do
Please, Markus. We
hostile
can't let them slaughter us without fighting
Simon,
back.
because I can't leave evidence.
We're not moving.
For Connor, so he has to live. I also need him to be hostile in this chapter. I'll do this ending. This is the quickest
Markus,
ending.
what are you doing? They're gonna kill us all.
Just me. Hey, the public opinion has gone up to indifferent. You couldn't see it because I'm blocking it, but it's like, that's brutal. What the fuck? But yeah, at this point, John or Simon would have heroically leapt in.
We have to go north.
No.
We have to go.
Heroically leapt in and saved us. But we don't have either of them, so that didn't happen. Okay. Again, this is Simon dying for us. Okay, and now we have to fail. So we're gonna, I think quickest way for us to fail in this version is to run the clock out on distracting Perkins, because Connor, or Hank will be hostile, so we only have to run the clock out for 2 minutes instead of like 5. So we're just gonna have a little chat for 2 minutes after this scene. Hi, Amanda. Oh, wait, but do I have... Hold on. Hold on. I may not have gone back far enough because I think I have... I know Jericho's location. Well, I'll confirm in a second, but I think I have Jericho's location.
After what happened
I have
today,
to go
the
back
country's
farther.
on the verge of a civil war. The machines are rising up against their masters.
We're gonna have to watch
Humans
Markus
have
die
no
again. I'm so
choice but to
sorry.
destroy them.
Yeah, okay. Never mind, we know Jericho's location. We can't fail. Okay, hold on. Confirm. Back to Meet Camp. That's okay. Meet Kamski's my favorite chapter, so it's fine. We're still gonna kill Chloe, I think, because I think it's fastest if Hank is hostile. Where am I? I forgot I did that. I shouldn't have done that. It's because I wanted to save time and just know where Jericho was because I couldn't find any more evidence. Okay. Yes. Yeah, so this is the version where Chris died. Hank is hostile. I was blocking it again, but that's what it was telling us.
Is everything okay, Lieutenant?
Chris was on patrol last night and he got attacked by deviants. They found his body early this morning. He was executed in cold blood with his own service weapon. Became a father 3 months ago. Fuck. Why'd it have to be him?
I didn't know Officer Miller well, but he seemed to be a good person.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant.
Rough times for Hank. But hey, at least we didn't die.
I have a bad feeling, Lieutenant. We shouldn't have come here.
Bad feeling, huh? Should get your program checked.
When I
Might be a
last
glitch.
played this, we saw the version of the scene opening where we had died in the previous chapter, and Hank hadn't seen us die before, and so it was all like, what the fuck? But the most recent version of that I've seen is the version where he has seen Connor die before, and they have a very cold exchange, and it's...
I'm Lieutenant Hank Anderson, Detroit Police Department. I'm here to see Mr. Elijah Kamski.
Please, come in.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let Elijah know you're here, but please make yourself comfortable.
There's a bunch of stuff to look through here that you can get in one playthrough if you're quick enough. I have already gotten them because I can be quick enough now. The magazine's the biggest one. But mostly I'm just like killing time while we wait for Chloe to come back, because we always have to wait for Chloe to come back. And analyzing Kamski and Amanda. Maybe he has
Nice
cross-chapter
girl.
impact?
You're right. She's really pretty.
Nice place. Mm-hmm. Guess androids haven't been a bad thing for everybody. So you're about to meet your maker, Connor. How's it feel?
I don't know. I'll tell you when I see him.
Sometimes I wish I could meet my creator face to face. I'd have a couple of things I'd want to tell him.
I bet you would. Okay. Now we're just gonna awkwardly stand at the door and wait. We could read the magazine too, that's another thing, but... I'm ready, Chloe, come back. Oh, hey, she listened.
Elijah will see you now.
He will see us now, but he's gonna do a couple laps first. Look, he even waited for us to get in here before he starts.
Mr. Kamski?
Just a moment, please.
Pretty. Just gonna spin. It's easier to do this with a controller than with WASD just spinning on the spot. I'll fix my hair too, Kamski. Good idea.
I'm Lieutenant Anderson. This is Connor.
What can I do for you, Lieutenant?
Sir, we're investigating deviants. I know you left Cyberlife years ago, but I was hoping you'd be able to tell us something we don't know.
Deviants.
Uh-huh.
Fascinating, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Perfect beings with infinite intelligence.
Thank you.
Now they have free will. Machines are so superior to us. Confrontation was inevitable. Humanity's greatest achievement threatens to be its downfall. Isn't it ironic?
Isn't it ironic?
Something in the Deviant's program seems to emulate emotion. We thought you might know something about how that occurs.
All ideas of viruses that spread like epidemics. Is the desire to be free a contagious disease?
Listen, I didn't come here to talk philosophy. The machines you created may be planning a revolution. Either you can tell us something that would be helpful, or we will be on our way.
What about you, Connor? Whose side are you on?
I'm on the human side, of course.
Well, that's what you're programmed to say. But you. What do you really want?
What I want is
We got some
not
instability
important.
from that. Again, I'm hiding it.
Chloe? I'm sure you're familiar with the Turing test. Mere formality. Simple question of algorithms and computing capacity. What interests me is whether machines are capable of empathy. I call it the Kamski test. It's very simple, you'll see. Magnificent, isn't it? One of the first intelligent models developed by Cyberlife. Young and beautiful forever. A flower that will never wither. But what is it really? A piece of plastic imitating a human? Or a living being? With a soul? It's up to you to answer that fascinating question, Connor. Destroy this machine, and I'll tell you all I know. Or spare it.
He says he'll tell us all he knows, but
But you'll leave here.
we get one question
from me.
Okay, I think we're done here. Come on, Connor, let's go. Sorry to get you out
What's
of here.
more important to you, Connor? Your investigation or the life of this android? Decide who you are. An obedient machine. Or a living being.
I think we have to shoot her to
Endowed
keep Hank hostile. I think
free
we're
will.
too close to being.
That's enough.
I think we get
Connor,
too
we're
much
leaving.
approval for not shooting her.
Connor, don't.
And I'll tell you what you want to know.
And I want to keep Hank hostile for speed reasons. Sorry, Chloe. Sorry, Chloe.
Fuck.
Test negative. You choose your investigation over the life of another android, you feel no empathy.
But I do love Hank and Connor's conversation after this.
I'm a man of my word. Ask one question.
But now we need
I'll
Connor
tell
to
you why
fail
not.
last chance Connor. So instead of asking about the Jericho location, we can
I
ask
want to
about
know who
either of the
RA9
others.
is.
RA9. The origin. The first android to awaken. A strange phenomenon, like a
That said, this scene is
spontaneous
slightly
religion.
longer, I think, if you shoot Chloe.
I don't know who RA9 is. I don't even know if it really exists. Maybe it's a messiah. Maybe it's just a myth. But deviants need to believe in something bigger than themselves, even if it's irrational. That's something they have in common with humans. An interesting question, Connor. but maybe not the one you needed to ask.
You said you'd tell me all you know. Liar.
A war is coming. You'll have to choose your side. Will you betray your own people, or stand against your creators? I wouldn't like to be in your shoes, Connor. What could be worse than having to choose between two evils? By the way, I always leave an emergency exit in my programs. You never know.
All right, this is the third time on stream
that girl,
we've
for
seen
fuck's
this
sake.
scene.
It wasn't a girl, Lieutenant. It was a machine
last
that
2
looked
weeks.
like a girl.
You put your gun against her head and you blew her fucking brains out.
I did what I had to do to advance the investigation, and I'd do it again if I had to.
You're a lowlife. You don't feel a thing, do you? A machine, that's what you are. You're just a fucking machine!
Of course I'm a machine, Lieutenant. What did you think I was?
I thought... Fuck.
Last Detroit stream was fun because I just like completely forgotten about that line. So we got to watch in real time as I remembered how that scene goes if you shoot Chloe. He was disappointed with our decision. Okay, but we're moving fast because this is all stuff we've done before. We want to get to the real meat, which is Crossroads, which again, it's going to be pretty quick because we're having Connor fail so that we can get the north version of the scene with Simon dead.
I was wondering where you were.
Right? Do I even need that, or did I go back too far for no reason? I needed a thing. Did I just talk myself into doing those scenes again when I didn't need to? I've mixed up all of my playthroughs.
I come here often. It's like being alone with the world.
Yeah, because I needed... No, because I need Markus alive version that I should have... But I would have had to go back this far anyway to get... Yes, okay. So I need to do... We're going to kill Markus.
You seem preoccupied.
Get Crossroads with the North beginning. Come back here to save
can't stop thinking about
Markus. Have Markus survive this scene.
In that moment, I held their lives in my hands, and I treated them just the way.
Can I run away? How is my approval? Is my approval high enough that I can just run away? Because that would be the quickest ending for keeping Markus alive.
All the media are talking about what we did last night. The humans are terrified. They're afraid of a civil war. Many of our people were burned in response to what happened.
Markus on.
The humans hate us. They'll never give us our freedom.
So it doesn't actually matter what Connor does, but it'll be quicker if he's failed anyway.
It's too late to go back now. We have to finish what we started and just hope that reason prevails.
You haven't said much about yourself since you've been with us.
It'll take longer than 2 minutes for me to...
What was your life like before Jericho?
See, I can't stop. I've done it again. I can't stop playing with my hair.
I was caring for an old man.
I think we're gonna get
he was like a father to me.
North doesn't like us.
You showed me that
not
humans
hostile
and
North,
androids can't
but
live together.
I think she's just gonna leave. Let's see.
What about you? You never told me about your past. What did you do before?
I don't want to talk about it.
That android you were looking at in the store. She reminded you of who you were, didn't she?
My life started when I arrived in Jericho. What happened before is my business.
Yeah, we're neutral. Again, I'm blocking it, but that was a north neutral path unlocked. No romance. That's good. It's a shorter scene. Okay, and then we're gonna speed run.
This is suicide.
This.
We'll all be killed. Please, Markus. It's not too late to change your mind.
You don't understand. We're finally gonna show them who we really are. This place will go down in history.
We'll be killed on the spot.
That's a risk I'm prepared to take if it means freedom for our people.
Okay.
Markus, please don't do this.
They'll understand.
So the more androids
make them
you
understand.
convert, the higher your
This is the
Jericho
only
approval
way.
is. So if you're trying to do a bad leader Markus run,
There are androids here who could join us.
convert as
The
few
more we
androids
are,
as
the
possible.
stronger our
There's
message.
one that comes out of the store to our back right if you're trying to be good. There's that guy. You need to convert at least one in here to move on.
Why? So you can start.
So I'm just going to convert the guy that's right by the door. I'm not trying to get bad leader
You're awake
Markus for
now.
this, so it doesn't matter if we convert more. Mostly I'm just not converting as many for speed reasons, but I'll convert any that I'm walking by in the
Finally.
moment.
I've been on hold for like 10 minutes.
You're free now.
I'd like to make a...
Because we'll have lots we can convert along
Hey!
the way that... oh,
Where do you think you're going?
Leave him alone. He's chosen to be free.
there's lots that we can get approval from
I
along
need
the
to
way.
block the street.
So you have to convert these guys. Again, for story reasons. You have to convert one inside the mall to get out of the mall. You have to convert these guys, and then you have to convert one to get the march started. Hi, look at this guy.
You're free.
Hey bud, you're free. Yeah, so it's opening.
You're free now.
There's another android on the other side that you can convert instead. But yeah, you have to do at least one of them to start. And then you're gonna watch me convert a bunch as we walk down the street here. You can just ignore these. You don't have to do any of these. So if you're doing a unpopular Jericho run with Markus, you can keep your approval with Jericho low by not. You don't get disapproval for not converting, but eventually, once you've converted a certain number, you get approval from that. So if you just walk through here, we'll see it happen because I am going to keep converting. But even because you have to reach a certain number, I do always convert Greg. My favorite android. I don't know if this affects anything. Hacking this, it might affect approval. I think I, just to be safe, didn't do it on my bad leader run. There's Greg. We've got Greg.
Greg, come back here immediately. Greg.
I don't, for some reason, it just tickles me. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, who am I missing? Anybody? There. Yeah, widen the camera angle a little so I can see all the androids.
Disperse! Disperse immediately!
Yeah, later.
That's an order!
Jesus Christ.
And we will be able to start where we started when I messed up earlier, when we want
Jesus
him alive
fucking
again.
Christ!
Woo!
Dispatch is Control 457.
Again, this is where having not a controller and just having WASD gets awkward when you have to walk on like an angle.
Yeah, they're marching down the street. Equal rights. Fucking fine.
Set us free.
I think I said this last time, but the music's lovely here. I just have to kind of wiggle to the middle, otherwise I drift.
Freedom. We are
We Are Alive is the best one. There, and this is where we'll pick up. Get back here. Alright, now we're going to do exactly the same thing we did before I realized that I had screwed up and Connor needed to... Though I could have kept going and done the...
We came here to demonstrate peacefully and tell humans that we are living beings.
Markus
All we
lists
want
opening
is
of
to live
Crossroads.
free.
This is an illegal gathering.
Instead of doing this again and then going back.
Open fire.
We're not looking for confrontation. We've done
This
no
is what
harm.
I need to write down.
We have no
I'm gonna have to
intention
do
of
this
doing
all
any.
again.
But know that we are
On the
not going
PS5.
anywhere until we have secured our freedom.
So really what we're doing is just learning
repeat,
stuff
this
and taking
is an
notes
illegal
for future
gathering.
playthroughs.
If you do not disperse immediately,
Future
we
100%.
will shoot.
Markus, they're gonna kill us. We have to attack. There's more of us. We can take them.
If we attack, we'll start a war. We have to show them we're not violent. We should just stand our ground, even if it means dying here.
We did do a riot in Capitol Park in this safe state.
Or you will all be killed.
Because there's
We have to show them we won't
so
back
many
down.
things to burn in
Stay
Capitol
right
Park.
here.
Josh approved, that's what I'm covering. North disapproves, that's what I'm covering. Public opinion improved, but they're still only skeptical.
This is your last chance! We have to make a statement. We have to stay put no matter what.
Please, Markus. We can't let them slaughter us without fighting back.
We're not moving.
Public opinion went up.
Markus, what are you doing? They're gonna kill us all.
Public opinion doesn't really matter for this save state, because we're not getting to Battle of Detroit. Public opinion matters the most in Battle for Detroit. Ooh, we're admired by Jericho, though. That's nice. Alright.
No! No!
We have to go north.
No.
We have to go.
Okay, I promise I'm not doing that again on stream. I promise. Even if I find out I have messed something up, we've done it enough on stream. That'll be my burden to bear off stream if I have to do it again. And straight into last chance, Connor. For this time when we talk to Amanda, we don't get to brag about already knowing about Jericho. Nothing. It's fine. You're fine. Hi, Amanda.
After what happened today, the country is on the verge of a civil war. The machines are rising up against their masters. Humans have no choice but to destroy them.
I didn't learn anything at Kamski's. I thought RA9 was the key to the whole thing, but...
Me not.
I was wrong.
Then you can ask about Connor series if you
I'm
want
not
to
a
get
unique model, am
a little
I?
more instability.
How many Connors are there?
I don't see how that question pertains to your
Amanda's opinion going down.
I saw a photo of
I
Amanda
think all of these
at
are
Kamski's
neutral in terms
place.
of instability.
She was his teacher.
When Kamski designed me, he wanted an interface that would look familiar. That's why he chose his former mentor. What are you getting at?
And then secret will.
You didn't tell me everything you know about deviants, did you?
Also get more
I
instability.
expect you to
That was her
find
instability going
answers,
up.
Connor. Not ask questions. Have you experienced anything unusual recently? Any doubts or conflicts? Do you feel anything for these deviants? Or for Lieutenant Anderson?
I've started having thoughts that are not part of my program. I've considered the possibility that I might be compromised.
You've been confronted with difficult situations.
I really love.
It's no surprise you're troubled.
That moment.
That
in the
doesn't make
scene.
you a deviant.
But you only get it if you kill Chloe. But I'd love it if my deviant Connors could also get it.
You're off the case. The FBI is taking over.
Anyway, we got
What?
more instability from.
But we're
that,
onto something.
And
We just need more time, I'm sure.
major disapproval
You
from
don't get
Amanda.
it. This isn't just another investigation. It's a fucking civil war. It's out of our hands now. We're talking about national security here.
Fuck that. You can't just pull the plug now, not when we're so close.
You're always saying you can't stand androids. Jesus, Hank, make up your mind. I thought you'd be happy about this.
He's a
Not to crack the
complex
case.
human being.
I know we
who
can solve
contains
it.
multitudes, Fowler.
For God's sake, Jeffrey, can't you back me up this one time?
There's nothing I can do. You're back on homicide, and the android returns to cyberlife.
And he will.
I'm sorry, Hank, but it's over. Hank, what are you doing?
So I'm covering
Something I should have done a long time
Hank
ago.
being hostile, path unlocked.
Listen, take a few days to think it over. There's no rush.
I thought enough about it. I'm tired of going through the motions. There's nothing keeping me here. Not this case. Not my partner. I don't belong here anymore.
Okay. Time to fail. So yeah. So we have 2 minutes to find a way to distract Perkins. If Hank hadn't left, we would have had a whole conversation with him. The next quickest would have been having a whole conversation with Hank, but he still decides not to help us. So once again, 2 minutes to run down the clock for. Ooh, we're playing with our coin. 2 minutes to run down the clock for Perkins. But the longest version is if Hank does still like us, because we'll have a longer conversation, even if we knew where Jericho's location is, though knowing where Jericho's location is would still be quicker overall. Or having no evidence is the quickest. But you don't even get to talk to Hank, even if he is still around. But yeah, but because the timer to distract Perkins is only 2 minutes, versus once Perkins is distracted, I believe the timer's 5 minutes. So if Hank is here and willing to help, you'll skip that 2 minute timer and go straight to the 5 minute timer. Yeah, so if Hank wasn't hostile, and even liked us and was willing to help, then we would have had to wait 5 minutes instead of 2 minutes. We'd still only have to wait 2 minutes if he wasn't hostile but didn't like us enough to help, but we'd have to go through the whole scene first. Oh, it's like, hey, hurry up. But yeah, anyway, we just have to run the clock out. Then we should get North and Josh in the cabin as that node unlocked. And then I think that's the last node for Markus? For Crossroads? We still have to do it again because the node I need with Markus alive.
Your mission is over.
Uh-oh.
It's time to return to cyberlife.
Oops.
Wait! I can solve this case.
I could.
I just need more time.
I do.
It's too late, Connor. You failed.
You've been a great disappointment to Amanda, you know. And that's it for Connor. That's the soonest Connor can die. So yeah. Yeah, because I'm like wanting to speed run through Last Chance Connor because I need to do a whole other playthrough to get all of these because of cross-chapter impact, so I can't do much with it. I talked about this last time, but here's my little trick for when you're 100% in Crossroads and you want to get through some of the opening stuff faster, is when you look over here, you get some dialogue from Rose. When you press this, you also get some dialogue from Rose. If
With all
we're getting the dialogue from Rose while that's happening, and we look over here, it'll override the dialogue that should be happening right now, and then we'll go straight to...
Are expected. Maybe most worrying of all, our armed forces have lost 2/3 of their effective personnel.
How about some music instead?
Yeah, so then that dialogue happens instead of the dialogue that happens when you're out the window. And when you do just the dialogue that happens out the window, then they give you more time to explore and find other stuff, so it takes a little longer to arrive, so you might as well trigger the other dialogue. If you trigger the radio dialogue and then look out the window, it overrides the window dialogue and cuts straight to this scene. So you save, it's not like a bunch of time, but you save a little bit of time by triggering those two
There's a large
interactions
freighter called
simultaneously.
Jericho. When you get there, find Markus. He will help you. The last bus for the border leaves at midnight. You absolutely have to be on it. You'll be safer on the other side. It's not much, but it's a start. My brother lives in Ontario. I've given you his address. He'll be able to hide you until things calm down. You're a very brave little girl, Alice. You deserve to be happy.
Thank you for everything, Rose.
Let me know when you make it over there, all right?
This is, I have her 100%ed, right? So I could, yes, I do have Distant Alice. So I could show you Distant Alice. Because we're not going beyond Crossroads for this anyway, so we don't need Kara.
Take care of them.
Come on, girls. You better not hang around. We have a bus to catch.
I just took off without them. I was like, yeah, no, you don't have to tell me twice. And then again, there would be a scene with Connor in between that cut of Connor finding or starting on the Jericho trail at Ferndale Station. But he didn't figure out where Jericho is, so no scene. We go straight to more Kara.
The authorities have ordered all androids to be delivered to the nearest police station or army barracks immediately. If you are worried about your safety, dial the number on your screen and the authorities will come to collect your android.
My room is starting to get so cold because I opened my window because it was so hot in here. But it's winter,
gotta find a
so
warm
now
place
it's
for
very
Alice.
cold. Okay.
The cops just gunned them down. It was sheer carnage. Your android's all over the square.
Again, we have everything we need for Kara, so we're just trying to do this as quickly as possible.
Just people.
There you go.
How do you feel?
I'm hot and cold at the same time.
She's fine. I guess Luther being here makes this
Stay with her.
slightly longer.
I'll try to find this Markus.
Because they have this little conversation
The
here.
last bus is in 2 hours. And the terminal's on the other side of town. We haven't got much time.
We'll leave as soon as we have passports.
Carol, there's something I have to tell you. It's about Alice.
We'll have lots of time to talk on the bus. I'll be back. Stay with Alice.
I used to kind of make fun of that because he literally is like, hey, we don't have a lot of time. And then he stops her to be like, hey, I have to talk to you about Alice. I was like, you just said we didn't have a lot of time. But what he wants to talk to her about is the fact that Alice isn't human and is an android, which is relevant information for her to be aware of when trying to escape Detroit. So I guess it makes sense for him to bring it up even when he just talked about their time crunch.
I'm with a little girl and another android. There's a bus leaving for the border in less than 2 hours, and we need passports.
Detroit is under curfew. There are soldiers everywhere looking for androids. You're safe here.
So this dialogue is
You
the
should wait a
same,
while before you leave the
regardless of whether it's North or
Thanks for the
Marcus.
offer.
They both,
But we won't leave now.
they both say they have.
One of us
I
is
think
to
they're
work for the State
identical
Department.
lines, but at the very least, they're very close.
He has an electronic passport so he can easily modify. I'll have him give you one.
But I actually think it makes more sense with North in this scene. Oh, we can say nice stuff about Marcus.
I heard about what happened today. A massacre. And Marcus being killed. He gave hope to our people. We'll all miss him.
That's obviously different.
I
If
was there when
Marcus
he
is
killed
alive.
I would have given my life to save him, but there was nothing I could do.
Oh, Simon could do it. But you can't do it because we need you to be leader in Marcus's stead.
You said you were with a little girl? You know humans hate us. Why are you protecting her?
Yeah.
It's a long story.
Though it is kind of funny, ironic to be like, there's no difference between humans and androids, and then projector. It's like that you're just talking out your ass there. But yeah, because so the reason I think it makes more sense with North than with Marcus is that last bit where she's like, you know humans hate us. Why are you protecting her? Because Marcus says that, and I just, even a Marcus who's like kind of hating humans at this point still loves Carl, and she specifically is like, I'm with a little girl. And so I have a harder time believing Marcus would be like, why are you protecting her? I don't not believe it, but it certainly makes more sense with North. And Marcus, to her credit, Jesse Williams does like perform it more curious than aggressive, which obviously North performs it more like, why the fuck would you do that? Because it makes sense. The North hates humans, so she's like, it doesn't matter. Human's a human.
She wanted a mom, and you wanted someone to care for. You needed each other. What difference does it make? Do you love her any less now that you know she's one of us?
No, but in this playthrough, yes. For some reason.
Alice loves you, Kara.
I don't know why.
She loves you more than anything in the world. She became the little girl you wanted, and you became the mother she needed. Forgetting who you are to become what someone needs you to be. Maybe that's what it means to be alive.
And there it is, my least favorite line in the game. No, it fucking doesn't. That's not what it fucking means. What a bad lesson for the storyline of 3 abuse survivors. Obviously, I've been vocal about, like, not loving the Alice twist in general. I think there were ways to make it work, but even in a version where it doesn't land for me, I feel like I could be more forgiving of it if it didn't result in that line, because I don't like that line. I think it's a weird takeaway from the storyline. And here we go. So this can happen regardless. Normally Alice just disapproved a lot, and she does disapprove a lot. She can even get to distant at this point. But she has to start distant for this next thing to happen, which is... and Luther disapproved and is now down to neutral. Oh, that hurts too. So yeah, this is kind of like where the scene ends, is just looking at them sitting awkwardly next to each other. Wait, why are they still sitting awkwardly next to each other? Oh, because they can't leave. So what, in a version with a Jericho raid, Luther and Alice would have left at the end of that, is what would have happened. I forgot that it would be different.
We're short on blue blood
Yeah.
and biocomponents. Our people
Forgot
are shutting
that
down
it
one
would
after
be,
another. There's nothing we can do for them.
I think they stay together regardless, that you can't just choose to abandon
President
her
Warren is saying we're a threat to national security.
in a
and that we
version
need
without
to
the
be
Jericho
eliminated.
raid, which is the opposite, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, of Marcus. If Marcus has no...
He's the one that got us into this mess.
He gave his life for our cause.
He provoked the humans. How much longer before they find Jericho now?
I have great news. They're not going to find it.
Markus is dead, North. Now it's up to us to decide the future for our people.
We have to fight them. It's the only way.
If you
Rough
choose
for
a
it to be
confrontation
just
with humans,
North and Josh left.
we are all going to die.
Gather up all the guns you can find. We'll leave at dawn.
This is a mistake, North. You won't buy our freedom with blood.
Well, she won't. But Marcus could. Okay. Yeah, okay, so all three of them left Jericho. It's, I think, the opposite. I think if Marcus is ousted, he just... Yeah, there it is. There's the path where if Jericho isn't attacked, he just leaves. So that's the end of Marcus's storyline, but turns out Kara sticks around with Luther and Alice, even at a distant ending there. Blood isn't even a currency. At least that's what Walmart told you. Walmart just isn't open-minded enough. But there we go. That's 100% for Marcus, because all we needed was this little node, because for some reason a bunch of nodes are different depending on how many people are alive. It's like the whole Luther being alive or not thing. No switch 2 for you, you guess. That's unfortunate. I would take blood in exchange for giving away a switch 2. Don't ask what I use blood for. Okay, sweet. So that means we just have machine Connor stuff to 100%. And that's it for Crossroads. So that'll be the next playthrough where we do Connor stuff for Crossroads. So we won't worry about that now.
Markus gave his life for our...
I think we've already done this, so I don't think I need to sit through... Yeah, North Among the People we've already done. We just need to do Marcus Among the People. So let's go back in time. Actually, let's maybe take a quick break because I just finished my coffee and my bladder is letting me know. So maybe we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do Freedom March again, but this time starting halfway through and with Marcus living. Should I fight? Should I do the fight? I'll have to do it again. No, let's risk it. Let's risk... What is... Oh, it doesn't say. Okay, hold on. Let me start it so I can look at what our approval is with Jericho. Because if I can just flee, that's the quickest ending where we get Marcus out alive. But we get a lot of disapproval from Jericho doing that. Oh, we're respected. I think we can get away with fleeing. We're going to risk it. We're going to risk getting away with fleeing. And if we get all the way down to unpopular by doing that, I'll just real quick quit out and maybe we'll load back in at a better time. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to be right back, which should be quick, 5 minutes tops, but probably more like 2 minutes. Wow, I almost switched to the pre-stream screen. That's incorrect. Yeah, so I will see you guys shortly. We're back. The game almost takes a second. It has to really think about it. Okay.
Wait, where are you going? Jeez,
Freedom!
There we go. I was like, the camera's in a bad direction for me to walk. I have gotten much better at walking in a straight line with controller. I used to be awful at it with controller. So I will say that's been going good. What has been the most difficult thing about playing this on my Steam Deck is the fact that even when I was playing this on, like, I've always been worse at controller than keyboard and mouse. But even when I first played this on the PS4, it's like, okay, the controls I got used to were the PS4 controls, and obviously the Steam Deck has like Y, A, B, X as its buttons, which is not what PS4 has, so the QuickTime events are just like so stressful. But what I do like about it is the bumpers and triggers are RB,
we came here to demonstrate
LB,
peacefully.
and then RT,
and tell
LT,
humans that
which
we are living beings.
I do find more
All we want
intuitive
is to live
reacting
free.
to than R1 and RT.
Disperse immediately, or we will open fire.
We're not looking for confrontation.
Okay.
We've done no harm.
We're risking
we have
running
no
away.
intention of doing any. But know that we are not going anywhere until we have secured our freedom.
I repeat, this is
So I
an
think
illegal
there's
gathering.
it's respected, and then
Do not disperse immediately.
is there another
we
between
will
respected
shoot.
and neutral? Like, I think we
Markus,
have
they're gonna kill us.
enough
We
between
have to
us
attack.
and
There's more of us. We can take them.
Unpopular
If we attack,
that we can
we'll
get
start
away
a
with
war. We have to show them we're not violent. We should just
from
stand our
Jericho.
ground, even if it means dying here.
If Simon were here, Simon's the one who would be like, "No, this is we've made our point. Let's just go."
Disperse immediately, or you will all be killed.
So dispersing when.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! We're leaving.
Affirmative.
On my orders!
Okay, we are gonna keep running.
Run!
Okay, yeah, so we're down to neutral, which I think is still okay. And North is resentful. Nobody liked this choice.
Come on, Markus. We gotta go.
What we do it. Yeah. Okay. Once again, we're just gonna fail. Ooh. Skip the dishes is texting me. No, not skip the dishes. I just said because it said unskip. It's a food thing is texting me. I keep signing up for these food boxes to get their deals. And some of them are real needy once they've unsubscribed. They're like, come back. Come get the delicious food. I'm like, I will eventually. Just be cool.
After what happened today, the country is on the verge of a civil war.
It sure is.
The machines are rising up against their
They
masters.
sure are.
Humans have no choice but to destroy them.
Well,
I didn't learn anything at Kamski's. I thought RA9 was the key to the whole thing, but I was wrong.
I kind of like that we get no answers from
I'm not a
about
unique model, am
RA9. It like
How many
comes up a
Connors
lot and
are
never
there?
comes
I
to
don't
anything, and
see
I
how
kind
that
of like
question pertains to your investigation.
Like, it doesn't feel like a hanging thread to me.
Why did Kamski leave Cyberlife? What happened?
It's an old story, Connor. It doesn't pertain to your investigation.
But I'm nosy.
You didn't tell me everything you know about deviants, did you?
I expect you to find answers, Connor. Not ask questions.
Well...
Have you experienced anything unusual recently? Any doubts or conflicts? Do you feel anything for these deviants? Or for Lieutenant Anderson?
Yeah, I'm gonna try doubts this time.
I'm beginning to have thoughts that are not part of my program. Maybe I've been compromised too.
Ooh, it's just like a slightly different. It's just slightly different than yes. A little more unsure, a little more like, I mean, I might be okay.
What? But we're on.
But worth noting, because I was covering it,
more time,
I didn't see us gain any instability from doubts. I think you only get instability from saying yes. So if you're trying to get your Connor as unstable as possible with dialogue options,
you can't just pull the plug now. Not
because you're making big machine choices, or dying a lot,
make up your mind. I thought you'd
maybe
be
the
happy
case for
about
an all-new
this.
back run.
Crack the case. I know we can solve it.
Worth noting that you should just say yes.
Sake, Jeffrey, can't you back me up this one time?
There's nothing I can do. You're back on homicide, and the android returns to cyberlife.
Or any option to like lie to Amanda also.
But it's over.
Usually it tells you if you're telling the truth or not.
Hank,
but
what are you doing?
Something I should have done a long time ago.
Listen,
it's like the scene with Amanda after
There's no
the
rush.
chapter of the bridge.
I thought enough about it. I'm tired of going through the motions.
Is
There's nothing keeping me here.
You have some opportunities there if you didn't kill the Tracy's, because she'll question you.
I don't belong here anymore.
And it doesn't specifically say that you that you're lying if you try to tell her that you didn't shoot the Tracy's because they were too far, but it's so obviously a lie. Particularly in the version of shooting the Tracy's where the first Tracy you shoot is literally running at you. At least in the version where the Tracy's won the fight and they're running away, but they are definitely not too far. Anyway, let's look at. He's just listening. He's got nothing to say here. We are gonna have to speedrun Kara again. Oh, see, then if you look at him, the game is telling you how to do a distraction. Oh, they even moved us way over, so that we have a straight line to what you do to distract if you don't have Hank to help you. Is you let that guy go, and then he punches Perkins in the face. But anyway, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna run out the clock 2 minutes, and we're gonna, you know. Okay, we still have the whole minute left. And then I'm like, I'll probably not stream for too much longer, but I at least want to kind of figure out what I'm doing next. Do I keep working backwards? Do I have everything I need for... I think I need to 100% Battle for Detroit Deviant Connor before I do my next big playthrough, because I don't think I will have... Right now I have Hank's approval at like a spot where meet Kamski, where shooting or not shooting Chloe can make the difference between Hank being hostile or not. And I don't think that will be the case when I do my machine run playthrough. I think Hank will be too far into hostile to get him to like us just by not shooting Chloe. So I think I got to do that before I start the game over. So yeah, but that's a lot. I'd have to go back to meet Kamski.
Your mission is over.
No, beans.
Wait, I can solve this case. I just need more time.
It's too late, Connor.
You were too busy playing with your coin and not releasing prisoners. You can tell by his little blinking red LED that he's like, no. Don't wanna. There we go. And then straight into Crossroads. Again, we're not getting anything new in Crossroads. We're just getting ourselves to Night of the Soul so we can get the last thing we need for Markus with Night of the Soul.
With all androids being turned over to the authorities,
I didn't double check it, so it's possible I've screwed this up, but
schools are closing, water cuts, blackouts, and network failures are expected. Maybe most worrying of all, our armed forces have lost 2/3 of their effective personnel.
Alice.
How about some music instead?
And Luther. And then, yeah, because there's nothing for me to do, I think, in Battle for Detroit. With Markus, he needs Simon back for that. And for my Machine Connor run, I will keep Simon alive. I have the freedom to do that because I've already 100%ed Public Enemy.
A little further on that way, there's a large freighter called Jericho. When you get there, find Markus. He will help you.
You got it.
The last bus for the border leaves at midnight.
Perfect.
You absolutely have to be on it. You'll be safer on the other side.
Thanks, Rose.
It's not much, but it's a start. My brother lives in Ontario. I've given you his address. He'll be able to hide you until things calm down.
Very unspecific. My brother lives in Ontario.
You're a very brave little girl, Alice.
Where?
You deserve to be happy.
Thank you for everything, Rose.
Let me know when you make it over there, all right? And be careful. Take care of them.
Come on, girls. We better not hang around. We have a bus to catch.
I have no new commentary on this. You just kind of got to do it. You just kind of got to do it a bunch of times because Crossroads is such a beast. Hamilton, probably. Well, I was wondering if Windsor, just because it's right there. So, but if you're living in Windsor and your family's in Detroit, maybe you would just live in Detroit and not Windsor. So maybe it is farther away.
If you're worried about your safety, dial the number on your screen, and the authorities will come to collect your android. They are unpredictable and potentially.
We've got to find a warm place for Alice.
The androids won't do any harm.
In my head, I like to think Ottawa because I like the idea of Kara and Alice and Luther ending up in Ottawa, but that's just because I like Ottawa.
And then the police arrived, and they're only machines. They look like just people.
How do you feel?
I'm hot and cold at the same time.
But it's fine because you're a robot. And this thing we spent a lot of time worrying about in the first playthrough
The last bus is in 2 hours.
is
And
actually
the terminal's
fine.
on the other side of town. We haven't got much time.
We'll leave as soon as we have passports.
Carol, there's something I have to tell you. It's about Alice.
We'll have lots of time to talk on the bus.
Oh yeah, we have brown hair. Last time
Stay
I
with
was
Alice.
playing, we had black hair. We have brown hair this time. And then my next playthrough, I'll do blonde hair. And then I'll have done a playthrough with every hair color for Kara.
American forces and the Arctic.
Deeply important decisions to be made. Normally, we have a little Connor scene in between here of him arriving at Jericho.
Demonstrating beyond all doubt that
Hey, Markus.
Are you Markus? I'm with a little girl and another android. There's a bus leaving for the border in less than 2 hours, and we need passports.
No, Detroit's under curfew. There's soldiers everywhere. They're rounding up all the androids and sending them to camps. Maybe you should stay here a while.
Thanks for the offer. But we want to leave now.
One of our people used to work in the State Department. He has electronic passports he can easily modify.
Thanks.
I'll have him get them to you.
Thank you.
You said you're with a little girl, right? You know that humans hate us. Why are you protecting her?
He's just like slightly more curious, you know?
It's a long story.
None of your fucking business. That's basically what she said. We'll be nice this time. We won't be distant. It makes no difference.
Alice.
I have chocolate almonds just out of frame here. I really want to eat them, but they'll be far too crunchy for the mic. So that's going to be a little post-stream treat. That's why I keep glancing off to the side. It's like, ooh, they're sitting there mocking me.
You knew from the beginning.
I knew from the beginning.
You just didn't want to see it.
That is
She wanted a mom, and you wanted someone to care for.
slightly better than just withholding information from the player that the character knows the whole
What
time.
difference does it make? Do you love her any less now that you know she's one of us?
No, that would be wild.
Alice loves you, Kara.
Nothing prior to now has indicated that we only love Alice because she's human.
She became the little girl you wanted. And you
Again,
became the
there's a
mother she
version of this twist where it works, where if we had implied that Kara valued human lives over android lives, and that she was finding purpose and value in herself by her value to a human, or like, that would be interesting. That would have like an extra implication to her choice at the end, where if she's choosing to be distant, it's like she's feeling betrayed because she like made all her choices based on the fact that Alice was human. And then if she chooses to accept Alice and love her anyway, then it's like, oh, that also has big implications for her love of herself, because if she is deciding that Alice is important to her no matter what, then maybe she can decide that she's important to herself,
Is there something
even though
wrong?
she's an android. But at no point is that like the implication.
We'll be together forever, won't we, Kara?
Yes. Forever.
There, oh, yeah, a nice little hug. And Luther's gonna be happy instead of mad at us. There, it went, okay, you can't see it, but it moved up to family. Is it better if I hang out down here? What, is there anything down here that I would be blocking? I don't know. Maybe I'll just hang out down here now, instead of just describing what's up in the corner.
We're short on blue blood and biocomponents. Our
Oh,
wounded are
it's
shutting down, and there's
subtitles.
nothing we can
Subtitles
do.
are the problem down.
Humans are conducting raids in all the big cities, and they're
It's what I
taking
should do
androids
is
to
move to the
camps
other
to
side of the
destroy them.
screen, but
That's all our fault. None of this.
this
would
is
have
how I
happened
have
if
it
we
set
stayed
up that
quiet.
works with my Mass Effect playthroughs, and I don't want to, I'm too lazy to change it before Thursday.
The only thing we asked for was freedom. And they don't even want to hear that. So now they punish us for who we are.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You are responsible for the death of those two policemen.
Oh, he's bringing that up. Oh,
Violence begets
I don't
violence.
actually think I've played this far with that being a save state. Interesting.
Humans enslaved us. I'll never regret
I
standing
must
up
have
to
gotten
that.
that for.
This is getting us nowhere.
He's right.
No, but I don't think I killed the
All that
policeman
matters
when
now
I
is
did.
what we do next.
When I did.
Markus?
Bad leader Markus.
I need to think.
Because that's in Capital Park. That's what I replayed to make him not a bad leader anymore. Hey, but good news. North didn't like us enough to kiss us, so
Is this what we
this
dreamed
scene
of?
will also be slightly shorter because we're not in a
They
romance.
can't stop what we've started. Since you've been here, you've given us hope. You've given me hope.
Well, I'm glad.
Today, a deviant arrived in Jericho and he told me that he stole a truck transporting radioactive cobalt. He said that he abandoned the truck somewhere in Detroit and rigged it to explode. I convinced him not to do it.
I still have
To give me
explosion
the
endings to
detonator.
do, but we're starting from. We're not doing any more Battle of Detroit with
We
this
can't
save
lose
state,
this war,
so
Markus.
I don't have to
If
worry
humans
about
overcome us, our people will disappear forever.
keeping it.
This may be our only chance to survive
And I
if
think
things
it's
go wrong.
slightly less time for. Well, maybe not. I think he just. It might add more time to Night of the Soul. That's
Just
what I
hope we
can't
never have to
remember.
use it.
It certainly does if you're in the church. I don't know
I'll
if it
join
does
you.
if you're in Jericho. Resentful. Wow, wow, wow. She really didn't like that we just ran away in the last chapter. Cool. Much shorter chapter. Again, I cannot express. This is one of my favorite chapters, but not this version of it. The version where there's the Jericho raid, because the Jericho raid is very exciting. Okay, continue. This is the version where we go to Carl's house. Rather than the grave. So it is a slightly longer scene because you have a conversation with Carl. Whereas at the grave, you do talk to his grave, but like obviously there's no response. You're not exploring the house, etc.
Alarm deactivated. Welcome home, Markus.
But we're not going to explore because I already looked at the books and stuff that I looked at for the cross-chapter impact stuff I've already unlocked. So for speed, we're going to go straight upstairs. But you can listen to a message from Leo, Carl's son. Yeah. Yeah. But we're just going to go straight upstairs.
Who are you? How did you get in?
I need to see Carl.
So I belong
Carl isn't
here.
seeing anyone.
Who are you?
You need to leave.
Bit of a gambit here, turning this guy. Because what if he
Please.
decided he didn't want to look after Carl anymore?
I need to see him.
But I guess Markus wouldn't care.
He's
he
very
would be like,
weak.
well, he deserves
I'm not
the
sure he'll
choice.
be able to talk to you.
And he probably is like, I like Carl, therefore this android probably also likes Carl and will stay and everything will be fine.
Markus. I was hoping you'd come.
I've missed you so much, Carl. You don't know how much I've missed you.
What's wrong, Markus?
What do you think is wrong?
I just wanted my people to be free, but
Carl
instead
just
I've
hasn't
let
been watching the news. He has no
all
idea
of
what's
it to
going on.
disaster.
In fairness,
I'm
he's
trying
been
to
very
find
unwell while all this was going down. So it's very possible that he wouldn't have seen
World's
everything
ruled
that's up.
by fear, Markus.
This conversation
Fear of
implies that he has
others.
been keeping up
Fear
with
of
the
the
news. But
future. It's like me, too
I also
old.
wouldn't be shocked if
It's
he
time
hadn't
for a
been.
damned.
I don't want bloodshed. No matter the color. But I can't let them slaughter my people.
That's what we
I
have
have to make
left
a
to do
decision
is
that's
choose
going
the
to affect millions of
demonstration.
lives.
So
And I'm telling you,
we
I
are
don't
going to
know
be a
what to
peaceful
do.
Markus. Ironically, given that our Capital Park run was just to burn all the things.
You're my son, Markus.
Our blood isn't the same color.
Thanks, Carl.
But I know part of me is in you. When the world falls into darkness, some men have the courage to lead it out.
Oh.
You're one of those men.
Oh.
Face the abyss.
But the abyss looked back.
Don't let it consume you.
Oh, okay. Anyway, if you choose the both anger options and just yell a lot, then Carl gets stressed out and dies, which is kind of wild.
Humans have decided to exterminate us.
All right, now let's make super extra sure that I'm picking the right option here. Okay, we just need to, yeah, okay, so we gotta choose the protest. And then all we'll be missing is looking at a piano. And then that'll be it for Night of the Soul for Markus. So I just have to remember to play the piano in my next playthrough. In my next
Our people
full
are packed
playthrough.
in camps right now, being destroyed. Time has come to make a choice. One that very well may determine the future of our people.
Okay, demonstration.
I know.
Much quicker scene than
I know you're all
in
angry.
the church.
And I know you want to fight back. But I assure you, violence is not the answer here. We are going to
Josh
tell
liked
them
that. That's what that
peacefully that we
sound
want
was.
justice.
North disliked
If there's
that.
any
That's what that
humanity in
sound
them, they
was.
will listen. And if not,
you know,
others will take our place and continue this fight.
Josh and North are nothing if not
Are you ready to follow me?
predictable in their approval patterns. Hey, we're back to respected with Jericho. North looks nervous. Okay. Hooray! That's all we needed there. We'll just press continue to lock in that save.
At 6 a.m. this morning,
Hello. I don't think we certainly don't have anything because Connor is not here. So no Connor. I guess Kara could do some leaving Detroit stuff, but I have other stuff to unlock, so I might as well do her leaving Detroit stuff at the same time as I'm doing other Battle for Detroit stuff. Captured is done. Yeah, and Markus needs to die. Is it possible to get Markus killed early enough to have North stuff start? No, I think I have to kill Markus in Crossroads. Anyway, nothing that I want to do with this save state. So I think, gosh, it's... I'm like, I think this means okay. It's just Deviant Connor stuff that I need. So that means back to meet Kamski to try and make should I kill Markus again? No, because the only North stuff I need is with Connor being a machine, and we're not doing machine Connor, we're doing. But I could kill him in Crossroads. Because then I could still do the quickest ending here. Yes, okay. Because then Night of the Soul will be pretty quick. Josh will die. Okay, yes. So I think for this run, we're going to do Spare Chloe, which will get Hank not as our friend, but he'll be warm? No, he won't. He'll be warm. No, he might be tense because in this save state, I did not. There's another approval thing I missed. So he might be tense. But he won't be hostile, and that's what's important, is that he'll still be alive at the end. Then Freedom March, we'll run away again for a quick ending. Last Chance Connor, we will grab the evidence and make it to Crossroads. Crossroads, I will... Crossroads, I will kill Markus. Yeah, because the only stuff I have left for him, I think, requires Machine, Connor, or Simon to be alive in Battle for Detroit. And I think it's quicker to have North as leader in Battle for Detroit. So, that. So we'll kill Markus, okay, and Kara, what do we want to do with Kara? I could kill Kara, and that would also make Battle for Detroit quicker, but she does have some at the border ending stuff that I could do. What do I have for Kara leaving Detroit? I have to let the boat sink? And what's this? Oh, this is speed up. Ooh. Maybe I should do speed up river ending. That's going to be a real downer. I'm so sorry. This is going to be a downer, by the way. Everyone's going to die. This is going to be sad times for everyone. I could do a sacrifice Luther ending. Because Luther's alive. Either way, we got stuff we can do with Kara, so let's get her through Crossroads, and I'll decide when I get to Battle for Detroit. I don't know that we'll get to Battle for Detroit in this run, because I should probably, it's been almost 3 hours. I should probably stop streaming through. Sad times for thee, but not for me. Woo! Yeah! Okay, wait. No, I'm here. Yeah, we want this save state. So let's do that. Sorry, Chris. This is the most I've played in a save state where Chris is dead. I feel like most of the time when I'm 100%ing this with dead Chris, I do just this chapter and then I go back and I stop having Chris be dead because I have it as this. I don't need it for the save state. So sorry, Chris. R.I.P. It's my opinion of Chris is the same as Connor's opinion of Chris in this scene, which is like, I don't know him well, but he seemed nice enough, I guess.
Last night he got attacked by deviants. They found his body early this morning. He was executed in cold blood with his own service weapon. Became a father 3 months ago. Fuck. Why did it have to be him? Hey, Chloe gets to live. I guess we have that going for we do. Well, I would say this is probably the saddest version of Connor dying, though, is Hank killing him.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant.
Because Hank didn't mean to kill him. He thought he was killing the evil Connor. It's sad.
I have a bad
It's sad,
feeling,
okay?
Lieutenant. We shouldn't have come here.
Bad feeling, huh? Should get your program checked. Might be a glitch.
I should get my program checked. It is a glitch. A glitch known as feelings. Hi, Chloe.
Hi. I'm Lieutenant Hank Anderson, Detroit Police Department. I'm here to see Mr. Elijah Kamski.
Please, come in.
I think we'll do river ending. And here's why. Because if I'm going to do... It feels more satisfying if I get to the ending on stream here rather than just kind of leaving off. And I think river ending will be fastest because what I need to do for river ending... I have two deaths there that I need to do, and one is to just fail to get the boat going after it sinks. I guess I'll skip.
Girl.
You're right.
She's really pretty.
She's really pretty.
It's like so I can talk about Amanda and maybe scan so I can talk. I don't actually. It doesn't look like they're.
Nice place.
Uh-huh.
Guess androids haven't been a bad thing.
For everybody. So you're about to meet your maker, Connor.
For everybody. You're about to meet your maker, Connor. How's it feel?
Let's do patient this time.
Kamski is one of the great geniuses of the 21st century.
Yeah, he's also creepy.
It'll be interesting to meet him in person.
He's also...
Sometimes
he also
I
makes
wish
me
I could
uncomfortable.
meet my creator face to face.
I'd
have a couple of things I'd want to tell him.
Yeah, so I think I'll do river ending because I still have to do the accelerating ending, which gets everybody killed. And it gets everybody killed the earliest in the chapter. Whereas Sacrifice Luther ending will be playing through the full Canadian border ending. Like that's a proper ending where you got to the end.
Elijah, we'll see you now.
And you'll have the post-credit scene of Kara and Alice hugging across the border. It'll just be much longer. Even though it would be
Just
a happier
moment,
ending.
please.
It's sad because Luther dies, but at least Kara and Alice would make it out. But hey, this will be a lesson in what not to do if you're trying to, like, have a nice ending for everybody. Oh, playing with my coin again. Kind of want to learn to do that. It's a big coin, though. It must be easier with a big coin, right? To pass it from finger to finger. Maybe with, like, a toonie. Maybe I'd do it with a toonie. I used to do... Can I still do it? Oh, and he's tossing the coin around again. You're taking way too long, Kamski. He has to stim while he waits for you. There, I can do, like, the... I used to... Oh, God, I fucked it up. I fucked it up. This would never happen to me if I was an android. With the... Passing the... Ooh, almost fucked it up again.
I'm Lieutenant Anderson.
There. So surely it's in the same vein.
What can I do for you, Lieutenant?
Sir, we're investigating deviants. I know you left Cyberlife years ago, but I was hoping you'd be able to tell us something we don't know.
Hey, but this scene will have a happy ending, where Hank's gonna be so proud of us.
Deviants.
Instead of the last 3 times we've seen this scene where he was very sad.
Perfect beings with infinite intelligence.
Yeah.
And now they have free will.
Uh-huh.
Machines are so superior to us. Confrontation was inevitable. Humanity's greatest achievement threatens to be its downfall.
Humanity's greatest achievement that he did, that he made. You know what? We love the confidence.
We need to understand how androids become deviants. Do you know anything that could help us?
All ideas of viruses that spread like epidemics. Is the desire to be free a contagious disease?
Listen, I didn't come here to talk philosophy. The machines you created may be planning a revolution. Either you can tell us something that'll be helpful, or we will be on our way.
What about you, Connor? Whose side are you on?
I have no side. I was designed to stop deviants, and that's what I intend to do.
Well, that's what you're programmed to say. But you.
Hank does get quiet there. Where he's like, "Wait, I'm a little bit interested in this. What's your situation, Connor?"
What I want is not important.
Chloe? I'm sure you're familiar with the Turing test. Mere formality. Simple question of algorithms and computing capacity. What interests me is whether machines are capable of empathy. I call it the Kamski test. It's very simple, you'll see. Magnificent, isn't it? One of the first intelligent models developed by Cyberlife.
Is it?
Young.
I mean, I guess people do it all the time. Chill to name stuff after
forever.
yourself.
A flower that will never wither. But what is it really? Piece of plastic imitating a human?
Mm-hmm.
Or a living being? With a soul?
I think I said this last time, but it's still wild to me that I know he does it all slow and everything, but it's wild to me that he takes a gun out.
It's up to you to answer that fascinating question, Connor. Destroy this machine, and I'll tell you all I know. Or spare it, if you feel it's alive. But you'll leave here without having learned anything from me.
But I'll have learned stuff
Okay, I
about
think
myself.
we're done here. Come on, Connor, let's go. Sorry to get you
What's
out of here.
more important to you, Connor? Your investigation or the life of this android? Decide who you are. An obedient machine.
I sneezed, but I
Or a
muted in
living
time.
being endowed
You are all
with
scared.
free will.
That's enough. Connor, we're leaving.
Pull the trigger.
Connor! Don't!
And I'll tell you what you want to know. Fascinating. Cyberlife's last chance to save humanity is itself a deviant.
I'm not a deviant.
You prefer to spare a machine rather than accomplish your mission. You saw a living being in this android. You showed empathy. A war is coming. You'll have to choose your side. Will you betray your own people or stand up against your creators? What can be worse than having to choose between two evils?
Let's get out of here.
By the way, I always leave an emergency exit in my programs. You never know.
Why didn't you shoot?
I just saw that girl's eyes, and I couldn't. That's all.
You're always saying you would do anything to accomplish your mission. That was our chance to learn something, and you let it go.
Yeah, I know what I should have done. I told you I couldn't. I'm sorry, okay?
Well, maybe you did the right thing.
Hey, we made it to tense. I think that's enough to still have him be alive. I think he just has to not be hostile. Okay, all right. Speedrunning, Freedom March. Oh my god. Again, thank goodness North doesn't like us enough to do this whole scene. There's other stuff you can explore on the roof, but the quickest way to end the scene is to walk out here and sit. Because it'll cut straight to North's entrance.
I was wondering where you were.
Hi.
I needed to think.
I like it here.
The way he turns around on that beam makes me very nervous. I would just fall over. I would just fall right down. That would be the end of me.
We freed hundreds of our people, and they're still coming from all over the city. Those who dream of freedom come to Jericho. Something's changing.
Uh-huh.
You seem preoccupied.
Well, you know, there's a lot going on. Ooh.
They count on me. They count on me to show them the way. If only they knew how lost I am.
All the media are talking about what we did last night.
It's like, did North always like stuff there?
The humans are terrified. They're afraid of a civil war. Many of our people were burned in response to what happened. The humans hate us.
the...
They'll never give us our freedom.
Wait, we'll get that dialogue. I was about to talk about stuff, but we'll get that dialogue in the next
No, not all humans are the same.
the next scene.
Some of them understand that they can't stop us from becoming free forever.
You haven't said much about yourself since you've been with us.
That's true.
What was your life like before Jericho?
I'll say something slightly different. I'll say sincere
I was
instead of
living in a
truth this
bubble
time.
in this world that belonged only to me. When you're happy, it's difficult to see other people's misery.
I guess
What
I could have
about
just
you?
left. That's still quicker.
You never told me about your past. What did you do before?
I don't want to talk about it.
It's just so awkward.
That android you were looking at in the store. She reminded you of who you were, didn't she?
None of your fucking business.
My life started when I arrived in Jericho. What happened before is my business.
Okay.
This is suicide. We'll all be killed. Please, Markus. It's not too late to change your mind.
You don't understand. We're finally gonna show them who we really are. This
I
place
forget
will go
what
down in
Simon
history.
says at this part. It's been so long since I've had Simon alive.
That's a risk I'm prepared to take if it means freedom for our people.
Markus, please don't do this.
They'll understand. We'll make them understand. This is the only way.
There are androids here who could join us.
There sure are.
The more we are, the stronger our message.
You're free.
Hey, baby, I want to go back to your place.
Why? So you can stare.
It's Lee having trouble with her. He's like,
You're
hey, go
awake
back
now.
to your place. Why? So you can stare at my fucking android the whole time?
Finally. I've been on hold for like 10 minutes.
You're free now.
Will you intervene instead?
Where do you think you're going?
Back the fuck off. He doesn't say anything. He just pushes him. It's like, okay. You know what? Message received.
I need to
Loud and
block
clear.
the street.
This in because it's very easy to 100% the first part of this chapter, and then I can just play from like halfway through the ending to get the rest of it.
You're free.
Often during this more like chill opening part of the chapter, I'm like listening to stuff, and that's also true. I brought it up earlier, but for like Capital Park, or actually even Last Chance Connor, for anything where you're waiting out a timer, or any of the investigations where you can wait out a timer to fail. Or just having a little something else going on while you're just waiting is helpful. Okay, let's wait. We'll do these guys this time.
You're free now.
There's some slight variation. Get back here right now. There we go. It's like I need the camera to pull back so that I can see the androids that I'm
talking to you.
That I'm turning. Converting? Converting. Hi. Sure, we'll do it. We'll hack the screen again.
Jesus, the fucking android's playing up again.
Where are you going, Markus? I'm pressing forward. I don't know why he turned around. Almost missed Greg. Oh gosh.
Greg.
Hi, Greg. Hey, buddy.
What the hell are you doing here? Hey! Disperse! Disperse immediately! That's an order!
We're almost there. Let's do advanced this time. Again, just a little variety. Now that we're here for the third time in one stream.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I guess only the second time for this part of
Dispatch,
it.
Patrol
Markus,
457.
you gotta stop turning around. You're embarrassing
I got
me.
a lot of androids down here. We are alive!
We're gonna start to think that I can't play games.
Thousands of... They're marching.
They're
Yeah,
marching.
they're marching down the street. Fuck if I know.
Hey, come back here! Listen to me.
It's like there's some people that clap, and it seems like. Are you mad or are you happy for us? I want a couple of humans who are like, yeah, good for them. You know? You know? Anyway, we're gonna run away again because that's quickest. Yeah. That way, if I decide that I do actually need something with Markus before I go
We
back
came
to
here
the
to
beginning,
demonstrate peacefully and tell
I don't
humans
have
that
as
we
an
are
option.
living
I'll
beings.
have to go back to Crossroads.
All we want is to live free.
This is an illegal gathering. Disperse immediately, or we will open fire.
We're not looking for confrontation. We've done no harm. We have no intention of doing any. But know that we are not going anywhere until we have secured our freedom.
I repeat, this is an illegal gathering.
Is it?
If you do not disperse
Wouldn't we have
immediately,
to
we will shoot.
It's illegal for androids to
they're gonna
gather?
kill us.
They thought to
We
put that
have
in
to
laws?
attack.
I don't...
There's more of us. We can take them.
If we attack, we'll start a war. We have
Someone
to
get
show
a
them we're
lawyer.
not violent. We should just stand our ground, even if it means dying here.
This is your last chance. Disperse immediately, or you will all be killed.
Okay.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! We're leaving.
Affirmative.
It also seems like Jericho doesn't inherently dislike this. It's just that it results in a lot of them getting fired upon.
Come on, Markus. We gotta go.
We do. Okay, and then this should take us straight into Last Chance Connor, which again we'll try to do as quickly as possible. I don't think, yeah, Hank still won't help us because I think he has to fully be your friend. I think even if he's just warm, he won't help you. And right now he's tense. It is interesting to me that she only asks if we're starting to feel stuff for deviants and for Hank in a version where we shot Chloe. Like, is there other stuff we could have done to make her ask that? Like, I imagine she has to be
After what happened today, the country is on the
distrustful,
verge of a
or
civil
at least
war.
some sort of low
Machines
approval.
are rising up against their masters.
But she doesn't
Humans
seem to
have
ask
no
it
choice
if
but
you
to
don't
destroy them.
shoot Chloe.
I thought Kamski knew something. I was wrong.
Maybe he did. But you chose not to ask.
Uh-oh. She mad.
I chose not to play his twisted little game. There was no reason to kill that android.
Yeah, we get instability for that. And disapproval.
I'm not a unique model, am I? How many Connors
It looks at our best, and that
how that
56
question
is
pertains
because
to
we've
your
died that
investigation.
many times. It was,
Did Kamski design this place?
It
Created
was
the first version. It's been
57 last time
improved
I played, but I went back to
significantly
Public
since then. Why
Enemy
do you ask?
and made us not die in Public Enemy.
You didn't tell me everything you know about deviants, did you?
I expect you to find answers, Connor. Not ask questions. You're the only one who can prevent civil war. Find the deviants, or there will be chaos. This is your last chance, Connor.
Hey, that's the name of the chapter. But yeah, see, she doesn't do the.
You're off
Hey,
the case.
buddy.
The FBI is taking over.
You fucked up, or
What? But we're onto something. We just need more time. I'm sure we
Hank, you don't get it. This isn't just another investigation. It's a fucking civil war. It's out of our hands now. We're talking about national security here.
Fuck that. You can't just pull the plug now, not when we're so close.
I don't think
You're
he's
always
the
saying
one
you can't
pulling the
stand
plug.
androids. Jesus, Hank, make up your mind. I thought you'd be happy about this.
We're about to crack the case. I know we can solve it.
It's like unsolved puzzle.
For God's sake, Jeffrey,
Very
can't you back me up this
unsatisfying.
one time?
This one time, Jeffrey.
There's nothing I can do.
Jeffrey.
You're back on homicide, and the android returns to cyberlife.
Not this time.
I'm sorry, Hank, but it's over.
Hey, he didn't quit. That's all we wanted. I was like 99.9% sure that he had to be hostile to quit. But he's certainly not going to help us.
Fowler's right. Everybody's terrified their android will turn on them. We're on the brink of civil war.
So you're going back to cyberlife?
I have no choice. I'll be deactivated and analyzed to find out why I failed.
Rough.
What if we're on the wrong side, Connor?
What if?
What if we're fighting against people who just want to be free?
When the deviants rise up, there will be chaos. We could have stopped it. But now it's too late.
No, it's not.
When
I
you
mean, it
refused
is.
to
We're gonna
kill that
make different
android at
choices.
Kamski's place, you put yourself in her shoes.
No,
You showed empathy, Connor.
no, you.
Empathy's a human emotion.
I don't know why I did it.
Well, here comes Perkins, that motherfucker. Sure don't waste any time at the FBI.
We can't give up. I know the answers and the evidence we collected. If Perkins takes it, it's all over.
There's no choice. You heard Fowler. We're off the case.
You've got to help me,
Little hop
Lieutenant.
off the desk.
I need more time so I can find a lead in the evidence we collected. I know the solution is in there.
Maybe these deviants deserve a chance. Maybe it's better if you don't find them. What's happening here is too important to let it be stopped by a machine. Sorry, Connor, but I'm not gonna help you.
Two minutes. All right, and this time we aren't waiting up the clock. We're actually gonna do something. Hello, sir. It's your lucky day. He's like, you know what? We're not going to question it. Let's not look a gift android in the horse. In the horse in the mouth. I also like that guy's little shuffle before he punches Perkins. Like he's really.
Jesus Christ. How do you manage to get out of the cell?
How indeed? No one will. There's no way to know. We'll never know. And we were wasting no time. And we will placate Gavin so that we don't have to do a fight, so that we don't have to have that time. But if you're doing an I'll be back run,
I'm talking to you, asshole.
For Connor, where you're trying to get him
Wouldn't need
killed
plastic pricks around here, or did anybody
every
tell you?
time, then you need to either leave without talking to Gavin, or choose the ironic option when talking to Gavin.
I'm going to register the evidence in my possession, and then I'm going to leave.
Good. Be careful on your way back. Androids have a tendency of get themselves set on fire these days.
Yeah, what? I'm not the. You just. Whatever, Gavin. Whatever. Anyway, if you do the ironic option, or just leave, he is suspicious, and he will attack you after you find the location of Jericho. And you have to lose that fight and die in order to shoot that guy in a video game. That is the downside of not raising his suspicion, which is what we did.
Obviously.
I just like that line delivery. The downside is if you don't raise his suspicion, he doesn't attack you, you don't get to beat the shit out of him. And I really enjoy beating the shit out of him because he's the worst.
Not much time. Gotta think fast.
Especially if, so earlier in the game, oh, actually we should, go talk to Simon first. This is going to be sad for Simon.
One of the deviants that hacked the TV station with Markus.
Because we don't have the evidence to just scan his mind. We need to pretend to be Markus. And that's the saddest version of getting through this. Well, no, actually, saddest version is with the Tracys, but we don't have them. But no, there's like an earlier scene where... No, Daniel will have it. There's an earlier scene where... you can talk to Gavin and he'll order you to get him a coffee and you can say no, and if you say no, then he just like punches you and threatens you and then leaves. And like at that point it's early in the game, so you're not like fighting back, you just kind of take it. But I like if you do that version of that scene where you don't get him the coffee and then you get into the fight with Gavin here. I don't know, it just feels like kind of cathartic because it's like
it's dark.
It's like you Gavin, you're such a big boy, just so big and brave when
I need to find Jericho.
When your victims can't
Tell me
fight
how to
back,
get
and then
I don't recognize your voice.
And then you get to be like,
You're
bitch,
not
I
one
can
of us.
fight back now.
I'll never tell you where Jericho is.
And it's satisfying,
me alone.
okay? Okay. Oh yeah, I can look at the little, I only got this because I got traumatized, and this is the memory that I got from
Jericho.
Simon.
If I could just figure out where this memory was recorded.
Easy peasy. We just have to pretend to be Markus. Oh.
We ask that you recognize our dignity, our hopes, and our rights. Together, we can live in peace and build a better future for humans and androids. This message is the hope of a people. You gave us life, and now the time has come for you to give us freedom.
We ask that you recognize our dignity,
our hopes, and our rights.
Weird. Okay. Don't get distracted by your phone, Mary. This is timed. We still have 4 minutes left. We're laughing.
Who's there? Who are you?
Everything is all right.
I don't know if I'm
Markus?
just projecting or affected by the fact that it's
Why did you leave me?
Markus's voice.
I had no choice. They'd have killed us all. You'll be all right.
But it looks like I feel like I'm watching Jesse Williams'
Give me the
performance,
location
but
of Jericho.
on Brian
Gotta leave
Deckert's
now.
face, and it's kind of weird.
Yes. Yes, of course. Markus?
Oh no.
Is that you, Markus?
I'm sorry, buddy.
Don't leave me again, Markus.
Well, the good news is
Don't
Markus
leave.
isn't leaving you again. Anyway, we cut straight to having already left and Perkins being like, what's going on in here?
Now!
But in the version where you pissed Gavin off, he comes and fights you there, and then that version of the scene is them like finding Gavin looking kind of dead. They have this habit in this game of when you knock characters out, their eyes staying open, and therefore they look very dead. Once again. Same trick where we start this. But this time we're gonna get little Connor interruptions. Oh, how is it that
With
this
all
is
androids
what I get
being
for
turned
drinking
over
coffee?
to the authorities, the country
Too
is
fast.
grinding to a halt.
Is I already need to be
Hospitals
again.
and
I also
schools
drank a
are
lot of
closing.
water. This is
Water
almost
cuts,
empty.
Blackouts, and network failures are expected.
She's
Maybe most
hydrated. What
worrying
can I
of all,
say?
Our armed forces have lost 2/3 of their effective personnel.
Yikers.
How about some music instead?
Wee. Okay.
A little further on that way, there's
Same
a large
scene
freighter
again.
called Jericho.
I was like, I feel like I
When
had
you
a
get
train
there,
of thought
find
earlier
Markus,
that
he will
guy.
help
It was
you.
just probably
the
about
last
how
bus for the
fun it
border
is to
leaves
beat
at
up
midnight.
Gavin.
You absolutely have to be on it. You'll be safer on the other side.
In the version of the scene earlier where
It's
he
not
asks you to
much,
get coffee, if you do get him coffee,
but it's a start. My brother lives in Ontario. I've
he
given
does
you
like
his
this little
address.
mocking
He'll be
move
up
that
behind
reminds
you
me so
until
much.
things calm down.
This is why I'm like, this is why I have
You're
such a
a very
visceral
brave
negative
little girl,
reaction to
Alice.
Gavin. Is he does a little
You deserve to be
imitating mocking thing to Connor behind his back that like so vividly reminded me of like a bully I knew when I was 12.
Be careful.
That I'm just like, no, you're a bully, except you're grown up, so you're not. Like, at least the 12-year-old bully I knew hopefully like
Come on,
grew
girls.
and is a better person
out
now.
hanging
I don't
around.
know. I didn't keep track of him, but
You have a bus to catch.
you're fully a grown-ass adult, Gavin. There he is with his little toque. Look how human you look. Look at you. Just fitting in. No one will suspect a thing. That's it. That's the little scene that I was talking about that we just miss while we're walking to Jericho. Oh, I could be distant this time so you can see what distant Kara looks like, because this time it'll actually affect things. And we'll come back. We'll rejoin Alice because we'll want to do Battle for Detroit with Kara. Though I don't think we're going to get to Battle for Detroit. I think we'll stop after Crossroads because it's too long. It's too long, and I gotta get going for the day. At least Crossroads, Jericho raid variety of Crossroads is an exciting way to end. Ah.
How do you feel? I'm hot and cold at the same time.
So we've heard.
Stay with her. I'll try to find this Markus.
The last bus is in 2 hours.
Uh-huh,
and the terminal's on the other side of town.
It sure
we haven't
is.
got much time.
We'll leave as soon as we have passports.
Kara, there's something I have to tell you. It's about
Luther's just stressing.
We'll have lots of time to talk on the bus. I'll be back. Stay with Alice.
We are just gonna go straight up the stairs. Connor can explore a little bit here, and he can find various like androids that got away from him, which is fun. The machine Connor won't find them because they'll all be dead. But we're speed running, so we're just gonna head straight for the stairs and bye, Lucy.
You're looking for yourself.
Uh-huh. Look at this lovely projector they've got. Jericho really, at some point off screen, really became quite the operation. It's impressive, really. We'll have a slightly different dialogue here because in the version of Crossroads where there is no Jericho raid, where Connor doesn't find Jericho,
I'm with a little girl
Kara just insists that she needs to leave, even though
in less than 2 hours, and we need passports.
They will probably be safer here.
No, Detroit's under curfew.
And in this version, she's like,
There's soldiers
maybe
everywhere. They're rounding up all the androids.
maybe we
and
should
sending
just
them to
stay here a
camps.
while. But then the Jericho raid forces her to leave.
Maybe you should stay here a while.
Maybe you're right.
See?
We might be safer here until things calm down.
One of our people used to work in the State Department. He has electronic passports you can easily modify. I'll have him get them to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a
You
little
said you're with a
instance
little
of
girl, right?
meta knowledge changing the character's behavior rather than
You know
anything
that
they
humans hate
experience in game.
Why are you protecting her?
She needs me. And I need her. It's as simple as that.
I think Secret is still shorter. I think that's a shorter line. Okay, now we gotta go discover that Alice is an android. Luther's gotta tell us how moms gotta exist solely for their children.
Alice.
No, I'm out of water. No wonder I need to pee. I just drank most of it. I drank all of it. Now, this game is 8 years old.
You knew from the beginning. You just didn't want to see it.
Yeah, it's 8 years old, or it's
She
about to
wanted a
turn
mom.
8 years old,
And
or
you
is
wanted
it
someone
about to
to
turn
care
9
for.
years old? When did it come
We
out?
needed each other.
2018, I think.
What difference does it make?
Anyway,
Do you love her any less now that you know she's one of us?
I was just like, I bet you if I saw a picture of the actress who
Alice
plays
loves you, Kara.
Alice now that it would freak
She
me
loves
out
you
because
more
I would
than
be like,
anything in the world.
there's nothing like there being
She
child
became the
characters
little
in
girl you
something,
wanted,
and
you
therefore
became
their
the one that
actors
she
grow
needed.
up so fast that like you feel
Getting
really
who you
old.
are, to become what someone needs you to be.
I was like, this game just came out. I don't know. It's weird.
Maybe
It
that's
didn't,
what
but
it
it didn't.
means to be alive.
It's wild. Because I think it was on Valerie Curry's, the actress who plays Kara's Instagram, that she like met up with the kid who plays Alice. And even that was only like a couple years later, and they worked on this game for like 4 years. So I imagine she actually probably grew a lot over that time. Though maybe the Kara and Alice stuff was filmed over a shorter period of time because they knew they would have that kind of time crunch. But yeah, but she was like a preteen. Okay, we're gonna show off distant Jericho raid version. Luther's so it's every time I'm prepared for the sadness of Alice's disapproval, because we know we're getting that going into it. But every time I'm like, oh, Luther, no. But yeah, Luther's saying, come on, let's not see her. See, they leave in this version. Goodbye. We'll meet up with them later. I'll do the meet up with them version. As soon as this scene ends, we'll have some variety. We'll actually see the fun part of Crossroads.
There's nothing we can do.
Humans are conducting raids in all the big cities, and they're taking androids to camps to destroy them.
It's all our fault. None of this would have happened if we just stayed quiet.
We couldn't just suffer in silence. They're killing us. Nothing is gonna justify that.
You are responsible for the death of those 2 policemen, Markus.
Hey.
Violence begets violence.
We cycle back to the...
Humans enslaved us. I'll never regret standing up to that.
This is getting us nowhere.
He's right. All that matters now is what
Simon
we do
was here to be like, we can't fight each other.
Markus?
Dialogue is the only way. I will go
and
alone.
North went to resentful.
Try to talk to them one last time.
Don't do this, Markus. They'll kill you.
Maybe. But North, I have to try. If I don't come back, lay low as long as you can.
They need to realize how much they're hurting us. Find the right words, and they'll listen.
Sometimes you don't find the right words, you know?
Is this
Sometimes the
what we
right
dreamed
words
of?
don't matter. You know?
They can't stop what we've started. Since you've been here, you've given us hope. You've given me hope.
But
Today,
you don't like me.
A deviant arrived in Jericho, and he told me that he stole a truck transporting radioactive cobalt.
I guess I'll
He said
take it
that
this
he
time
abandoned
just in
the truck
case. But
somewhere in
again, I don't
Detroit
think I'm going to
and rigged it
need
to
to do
explode.
any Markus stuff.
Convinced him
Because
not
all
to
the
do
Markus
it.
stuff I have left to do
To give me the
requires
detonator.
a different save state. For Battle of Detroit. Battle for Detroit.
We can't lose this war, Markus. If humans overcome us, our people will disappear forever. This may be our only chance to survive if things go wrong.
Okay. It makes me
just hoping
so
you're
nervous. I must have said this before on stream, but it makes me so nervous that there's no cover over the
I'll go join
button.
the others.
Markus could sit on that and set off a dirty bomb. All right. Instead of the chapter ending, things are going to get exciting instead. Very interesting in the bad leader Markus version is that Markus is the one he watches leave there because he's been kicked out.
Well done.
Amanda's distrusted.
You succeeded in locating
Or rather,
Jericho
she distrusts
and finding
us.
their leader. Now deal with Markus.
You betcha.
We need it alive.
Of course. Okay. And just to be safe, we should be fine. But just to be safe, we're going to try and choose options that make our instability go up. So that we can be a deviant.
I've been ordered to take you alive. But I won't hesitate to shoot if you give me no choice.
What are you doing? You're one of us. You can't betray your own people.
There's some instability. And then we do instructions
You're
instead of
coming with me.
intimidate, because I think intimidate makes our instability go down.
You're nothing to them.
Anything except
You're
I
just
know
a
you
tool they use
will
to
get
do
more
their dirty work.
instability.
But you're more than that.
Was just learning all this recently with Sabrina.
We're all more than that.
Uh-huh.
We are your people. We're fighting for your
Say
freedom,
that.
too. You don't have to be their slave anymore.
And then say nothing will keep us neutral. We won't gain any stability. I think
You
any of
never
those three
have any doubts.
get instability.
You've never done something irrational, as if there's something inside you, something more than your program. You really don't have to do this. You don't have to obey them anymore. You are alive. You can decide who you want to be. You can be free.
Because you can get 5
It's time to
instability ups with Markus, and only, I think, 2 with North. Become a deviant, baby! Here we go. Hey. Amanda's betrayed.
They're going to attack Jericho.
Oh no!
What?
Oop, oop. Okay, now we're gonna kill Markus real quick.
We have to get
So,
out of here.
Heads up, warning about that if you don't want to see that. And we're gonna do the quickest version where we just run in the wrong direction twice. Okay, so then we get a choice. This is only happens if Alice is distant, is that we get to choose. We're going to look for Alice. We're not going to. But at this point, we could just save ourselves, and that would be the end of Kara's storyline. We would just leave Jericho by ourselves.
Come on, go, go, go! Delta dancing on your position.
Like rats in a maze.
Alice. Kara.
And then she approves, but she gets all the way to warm.
I'm so sorry.
When you rejoin her.
Quick, Kara! They're coming!
Okay, here we go. We do want to get through this chapter.
Corridor, over there. Follow me.
Without getting caught or killed. So that we can do a river ending. I'll do it off stream. We'll just get through
This way.
Crossroads.
There must be an exit further on. Come in! Quick!
Some of my favorite car music happening. This is why you can't get out of this chapter with Luther with you. He's either going to die in this chapter,
Our people are trapped in the hold. They're going to be
it's
slaughtered.
going to be slowed down by his injury.
There are exits on the 2nd and 3rd floor. Find them and jump in the river. Where's Josh?
I don't know. We got separated.
They're coming from the
So
upper
this
deck
scene
now,
will
too.
happen with-
We'll be caught in the crossfire.
We have to run, Markus. There's nothing we can do.
Just north
We
of
have to blow
Connor.
up Jericho.
Markus is already
If the
dead.
ship goes down, they'll evacuate, and our people can escape.
You'll never make it. The explosives are all the way down in the hold. There are soldiers everywhere.
She's right.
Soldiers.
They know who you are. They'll do anything to get you.
go and help the others. I'll join you later.
Markus!
I won't be long.
So we're gonna die now as Markus. It won't take very long. Just got to do that twice.
Ha! Don't move, asshole.
Markus.
I'll go.
Connor, no.
See if you can help the others. I'm gonna find the detonator. Don't worry. I always accomplish my mission.
Yeah. This is where them really not expecting you to die that quick is really shown by the fact that Josh is in that scene. Help loser.
What are you doing?
I won't leave you.
Clara, no.
Because she was just like, yeah, we got separated from Josh, and then Josh is there, but then we're gonna run into Josh later as Connor.
Don't move!
And that's because in the version of the scene
You can't put Alice in danger.
where Simon is dead and Markus is dead, it's Josh and North who are together at the beginning, and then they must get separated somehow because then he's like, we still run into him as Connor later.
Don't worry. I'll catch up with you at the border, okay? Go now. Take care of each other.
Which is a little more believable than they got separated and then found each other immediately after and then got separated immediately again. We're gonna save time by not opening up. Sorry, Alice, she's gonna disapprove. We might get distanced again.
We'll be killed if we open up.
But it'll save time and we don't risk accidentally getting captured, which we do not want, because we want to get the river ending, not the captured ending. Already 100% of the captured ending. I'm not playing captured any more than I absolutely have to. Also, this android dies anyway.
There was nothing we could do. You have to go.
Come on, this way.
Okay.
Affirmative, we'll go.
Now here we get different music than we would if Markus was doing these scenes, but all the same animation with the exception of our running animation here. We run, whereas Markus is doing a more sneaky move. But
Please don't kill us.
our fighting animations in these scenes are the same as
We haven't
Markus's.
done anything wrong.
Which is kind of funny because, yeah, he has a very different fighting style than Connor.
He saved us. Quick, run!
Gamma squad out. Tango! Stop!
Look out!
Here they come!
Don't move!
We surrender! We surrender! Don't shoot!
Okay, let's see if I can get, yeah.
Go! Join the others!
Anyway, we're not allowed to, normally as Markus at this point, you would have a choice. You would see Josh fighting rather than already wounded, and you would have a choice to intervene or not. But as Connor, you always arrive too late, and Josh always dies.
This is the end of Jericho.
Yeah, it's all your fault, Connor. He didn't say that, but Connor felt that. That's why he has tears in his eyes. Which I assumed was another case of, oh, he must have the same,
We're safe, Alice.
he must have the same animations as Markus in that scene too. But no, it's different. They made the choice for,
Get down!
Connor to be emotional in that moment, independent of how Markus would feel in that moment. Okay, don't move. There's so many different versions of how this scene plays out for the flowchart. It's wild. So many different nodes.
Come on, let's get out of here.
You can get captured in this scene, but it's quite easy to die in this scene, which is interesting because every other failure up until this point is not, you don't die, you get captured. But if you make it to the scene...
Quick, we gotta go.
You are almost as likely to die in the scene as you are to get captured. Maybe even more likely to die in the scene and get captured. Also, his run up at the beginning of the scene is very Markus and not very Connor.
Move. Go and join
He's
the
too Terminator to win like that. Okay. Alright, pay attention. Let's not fuck up right at the end here. That would be unfortunate. Oh god. Nothing? It's fine, we're all fine. I remember that fight as being mostly mouse swishes, which are the easiest to do in time, but there are a couple sneaky ones in there, and I should pay attention.
Connor! That bomb's gonna explode!
They
We
almost
gotta get
cut her
out of
off.
here!
Okay.
Follow me!
You got it. Alright, this is a leisurely jog for someone who just came sprinting in being like, the bomb's gonna explode. Whoa, what? No! Are you kidding me? No, what? What happened there? What happened? Why did it fail? I don't even know. Okay, hold on. No, we can't. We need Deviant Connor. The whole reason we played all of that was to have Deviant Connor. Okay, it should take us back not too far. I must have already been holding W from running before, and so it like...
Connor! That bomb's gonna explode!
Yeah, okay,
we gotta get out of here!
Oh, man.
Follow me!
That has happened to me before, but like... not for a while. Okay, now after this jump, we're just gonna not fucking... There we go. What even happened? It's quick, I guess. It's super quick. So if you're already holding it... Oh, it's okay. The save point there was nice and recent.
They detonated an explosive in the hold. The ship is sinking, sir.
Oh.
Calling all units. Abandon ship and evacuate immediately.
This isn't over.
Who are you talking to? Not me making fun of him for that every time. Whatever, Perkins is also an asshole. Woo! Connor escaped Jericho's people and definitely didn't fuck up running and die. But oh yes, so you can see that, yeah, when Markus dies, Markus normally does this run, but if he dies, we can jump in at almost any point. Oh, as long as it happens before the room with the bomb in it. Yeah, okay. So I should probably, like I said, I should probably stop there. Aw. Sorry, cute picture from... okay, yeah, because it would just be too long to do, right? Yeah, because we'd have to do river ending, and it would be like another, not quite an hour. It wouldn't be as long because we would have, we saw this last time I played, but yeah, you do this scene as Connor instead of as Markus if Markus is dead. And we have the shortest version of this because we don't have Josh or Simon. Actually, that's not true. Shortest version would be if Kara and Alice had died or been captured. But yeah. Anyway, that has it saved. We can jump out, and I think we'll call it there. A little sad that I didn't get into any more unlocking of nodes on stream here, because I will probably do the rest of Deviant Connor with Hank at the end off stream, because I'm so close to it, and I'm house sitting, so all I'll have is my Steam Deck, and so I'll be playing it on my Steam Deck. But I don't know. We'll see if next Monday, if I check in again. If we do, I'll probably be in the midst of a Violent Marcus Machine Connor run, with Kara doing kind of whatever. I just have to get her car stuff for Fugitives and On the Run, and then Todd stuff. So she has a few different endings and stuff to get through as well. But yeah. So maybe that's what I'll do. Again, I've just been running on vibes, and my vibe so far has been, I've been on a real DBH kick. So that's been the vibe so far these Mondays. These streams have been for me and my love of 100%ing flowchart. It's just so satisfying to 100% the flowcharts. And also there's like, because there's like cross chapter impacts and like all kinds of cool different ways that they can go, that like you kind of have to plan your playthroughs to figure out what you're going to need for each ending and stuff. So I actually really enjoy. I'm sure I would understand if people find it a slog to 100% it and don't want to. They just want to like watch stuff on YouTube. That's so fair. I really enjoy doing it because it feels kind of like a puzzle to like figure out what is going to be the best run. What do I need to do now before I start the game over? What should I be doing with this this save state? Like what options do I have with this save state? What do I need to go back to the beginning and make a new save state for? What, all that stuff. Like it feels a little bit puzzly. So I really quite enjoy it, and I keep doing it because I keep having this game on different platforms. And I'm bound to have another platform again since, yeah. So I have been enjoying myself. And I may be back doing more of it Monday, but like I said, Monday's been kind of random. Last week it was Left 4 Dead with Saberni. If, anytime Saberni happens to have a Monday off, I usually end up doing some kind of co-op with her because it's, it's so rare. But yeah, so it could be anything. It could be anything on Monday. Maybe at some point I got to get back to Phasmo. I just haven't been on a kick for Phasmo yet, but I'm sure I go through cycles, so I'm certain to want to play it again sometime in the near future here. And then I have a couple other like smaller games that would be fun to play. And then of course at some point I do want to get back to my Stepwell build on Tailspire, because I have some more creative stuff to be doing there rather than just building the Stepwell. I have the building design to put into the Stepwells left to do, so that should be fun. So yeah, Monday could be anything. I suspect that this DBH kick is going to continue until I've had the satisfaction of 100%ing it. So either I will successfully 100% it before Monday and we'll do something else, or likely we will be back to do a little bit more Detroit. You know what would be ideal? And this is maybe ambitious because I don't know how long this next playthrough will take me. I'm not having to unlock as much, so I can... So many chapters are 100%ed now, I can do the fastest versions of them without having to worry about that. So it might not take me too long, because there'd be a fun world where I finish 100%ing it next Monday, and you see the satisfying end of all 100%s being done. So I suspect it's either going to be DBH or Tailspire next Monday, though, either way. But this Thursday, I should be back. Like I said, I'm house sitting, so there's always the possibility that I can't get back here to do streams. But the plan is for me to just pop back here and still do some streams when I normally do. So I should be back this Thursday with more Mass Effect. We're getting close to the end of Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition. So yeah, we're gonna dive into, I think we have one side quest and then we're into Vermeer next, or this coming Thursday. So look out for that. And then probably the finale the following week. I can't remember how long it takes to do like the final it's not the final mission quite yet after Vermeer, but it's what I like to call the finale push, where like the penultimate mission goes right into the finale. So if we can do the finale push and the finale all in one stream, I think that would be ideal. But I think there is also a world where we do them as 2 separate streams. So, but that being said, yeah, 2 to 3 streams of Mass Effect left, and that's it for that. And then I've been really hankering to play more Dark Pictures anthology games. So I think I'll do those after Mass Effect 1. I will sorry, I'm getting messages, important messages that I must remember to answer as soon as I'm done this stream. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I got too distracted by the phone. Oh yeah, that I'll do Dark Pictures anthology. I don't know when the new one drops, but I do want to say that it's not like too long. You know what? I should look that up because not too long can mean a lot of things in in gaming world. But yeah, because that was the thought. Is like I'd like to be through the first season collection, whatever they're calling them, before the new ones drop. So I'm doing them in the order of release. So so Little Hope will be up next, which Little Hope is actually the only one that I had already played. And so that, because of that, I'm like, I still want to stream it just to, be completionist, but I feel like I will do Little Hope, and then whichever one's next, which one's the next one after Little Hope? Is House of Ashes the next one? What is the order of them? The next installment is... No, that's not the next installment. That's a game. That's just another supermassive game. Oh, maybe it is a new. Okay, yeah. When are you coming out, though? You read this next one is very 100% friendly, much easier to jump around and try different routes. Oh. Ooh, okay. That's very exciting. Because, yeah, I kept meaning to, I think this is something else I'll maybe do with my Steam Deck, is I was very curious about, because Man of Medan, the thing that Man of Medan has going for it, I would say most of all, is like the variety of stuff that can happen in it for such a short game. The different ways that it can go. So I was wanting to like play through a few of those different ways before I like uninstalled it and stuff. So May 12th is when the next one. It's when Directive 8020 comes out, which this appears to be the next one. Though it's not calling itself Dark Pictures Anthology Directive 8020, so maybe I need to go to a different... Oh, it is on the Dark Pictures website. Okay, so that seems right. Anyway, a sci-fi one. That's exciting. But yeah, so soon, very soon. So I probably won't get through all of the Dark Pictures Anthology before then, but because I'm going to be very busy in April. Yeah, because my thought had been I would do Little Hope and then whatever one is after Little Hope, and then maybe do the next Mass Effect game. But I maybe should just do all 3 in a row. We'll see how I feel. We'll see if I'm... Man of Medan only took me 2 streams. So if they only take me 1 or 2 streams each, then I could do all 3 and that wouldn't be that much. But also, maybe I'll want a break. I don't know. Okay, yeah, House of Ashes and then The Devil in Me is the order after Little Hope. So, okay, cool. Yeah, but at the very least, I'll do Little Hope and House of Ashes after I finish Mass Effect. And then, and then I'll be just very tempted to just keep going. And they're not, I mean, there's tie-ins, so I guess it is nice to play them in order, but I did play Little Hope first, and it didn't, to no detriment to my experience, I don't think. But I could play the new one when it comes out, even if I haven't caught up, and then just do whichever one I have remaining after that. Anyway, that's the kind of general plan. I am going to be very busy in April and end of March, so I think there's going to be a hiatus then. I optimistically could maybe sneak in some streams on weekends, but I think that's unlikely. I think my weekends will be really busy as well when I'm not at work. So I think I'm just going to be gone for like all of April. So maybe I'll jump back into streaming with some more dark pictures. But my hope is, and I feel optimistic that this can happen, but my hope is that we will be done Mass Effect before I go on hiatus, and maybe we can get Little Hope out in that time. Again, because if it's only 1 or 2 streams, that should be doable. We'll see. We're going to play it by ear for the next little while as things get chaotic. Chaos schedule into March, and then hiatus into April is what I will say. But on that note, if you want updates on when I'm streaming, especially as my schedule gets more chaotic moving into spring, follow me on social media. I'm QuiteContraryTV everywhere on the internet, but if you like direct links, I do have a link tree that you can find right here, and I can update you on what's going on. Blue Sky and Threads and my Instagram stories are the best places to get updates on when I'm streaming. Obviously, Instagram stories aren't permanent, but my Blue Sky and Threads ones should be. So so you can find me there. If while I'm gone you're missing me, I have all my VODs on YouTube, so you can catch up on stuff, especially as we get to the end of Mass Effect. Maybe if you want to catch up on Mass Effect streams, or if you watched today and were like, this Detroit game is very confusing when you just play the ending of it multiple times. I do have a full playthrough of Detroit on my YouTube as well. I'm QuiteContraryTV there, but here's a direct link, again, if you prefer those. And if you don't like watching VODs on YouTube, if you're like, when I go to YouTube, I'm going for polished content. I want my content to be streamlined and edited and shorter and in nice little bite-sized chunks. Well, I have good news. I have another YouTube channel with my friends called Polychrome, where we play video games together. We talk about nerdy stuff. We review things. It's a good time. You should check it out. It is something we just do in our spare time, so we just have a couple videos over there that you should check out because they're a lot of fun. And if you like what you see there and you like the people that you see there, a lot of them have Twitch channels as well. Here they all are. Most of them are very casual streamers who just pop up every now and again. They just do it for fun when they feel like it. So it's worth giving them a follow just so that you know when they pop up, because there is no consistent schedule. But that's how that goes. But a couple of them do stream more regularly, including Robodo TV, who we saw in the chat, who streams every other week, streaming every other Friday afternoon, every other Sunday afternoon, and every other Monday evening. You have a stretch coming up here where you're going to be able to stream more, or are you traveling? I don't know. It's. I know you have a stretch coming up here where you have a little more free time, and some of that free time may be used streaming. Give them a follow so that you can see what's going on there. And then we also have Venomous Goat TV, who streams a little more regularly. He tends to stream Sunday evenings, and his schedule's a little more chaotic right now, but that is usually when you find him, is on Sunday evenings. Tonight and Friday and Sunday this week, and then Monday again. Okay, we're on a stretch here where you are going to be able to stream a little more regularly. Beautiful. Okay, so RoboDude on tonight. So check him out. It's always a good time. So yeah. And I think that's it. I think that's everything I have to say. So I should sign off. I should get ready. I should get packed to go house sitting. So I should go do that. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for indulging me as I do these streams that are basically just for me. It must be weird to watch just the same scenes over and over again. Hopefully, I was trying to talk through the process in a way that hopefully is interesting or makes it more interesting for anyone who's not into it. But it is, it's these Mondays are for Mary, as it turns out. That's what they've become. So I appreciate y'all watching because I'm having a lot of fun. But hopefully I'll see you all later. And, in the meantime, please take care of yourselves. Have a lovely rest of your day, evening, whatever time it might be for you. Bye.